Fam, I just thought I'd call. Here to talk some football today. I know we got a bye week. I can't go on Sunday without you. And yeah, I was sitting here watching the results of the day. I said, what the hell? This is going to be funny. But the Hawks and 49ers, it looks like it's going to come down to those two clubs again. By the way, G&D, the Hawks are already sneaking in. G, that's it. You know what's really silly about that statement, G&D? Jimmy G, as you say, Kurt, calm down, the Niners have Jimmy G, beat your ass without really having any first-team reps. There was no Christian McCaffrey at that time. And beat your brains out. He appears to be in a little bit of better condition now with the first-string offense. You really think, with Christian McCaffrey on board and everybody else, that your lucky team has a chance? Boy, you better keep making jokes, because that one is funny. Man, fam, here. Niner fans were looking for the team to gain position on the Hawks during the San Francisco bye week. Of course, we should have known as they were playing the Cardinals that wasn't going to happen. Both the Rams and Cardinals were beaten to death. Now, I know, the Rams were beaten to death, but they were humiliated. They had the game. They had it. And then, all of a sudden, Brady throws it in the end zone, and they can't keep their hands off the receiver. Put the ball at the one. Rams, you know what? I knew you weren't going anyway. I mean, if it wasn't this week, it was going to be next week. But, really? And by the way, while Seattle, Seattle clearly appears to be seriously contending for the NFC crown. I must give them that. Tyler Lockett is still out there making plays like he always made against the 49ers. Miracle plays, plays that when you look at it, you say, how the hell did he do that? Tonight, after looking over the results of this week's Week 9 NFL schedule and how the Niners were effective, we'll go to the phones for your reaction to things and some of the things that are on your mind regarding this whole situation. By the way, Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Had solid playing in Miami in his debut as a Dolphin. They squeaked by the Bears. That was a good game, though. That was a really good game. I enjoyed that. But good on Jeffrey, By the way, if there's any doubt in anybody's mind, they didn't just sneak up and trade Jeffrey. Actually, he asked for that trade. He confirmed that as well. So we got to wish him all the best of luck in the world. He didn't want to, I can understand that. I mean, I'm Jeffrey Wilson Jr. I've been having a great season, and you guys traded for a stud, a superstar that I know you got him because you're going to let him play more than I'm going to play. So how about just let me out of here? And they did, and he's doing well in Miami. I'm glad to see he's got a spot where he can be appreciated. Anyway, the Rams game, right? Hey, Rudy, Ramelia, I tweeted you, bruh. You didn't say nothing. I tweeted you on being finished for 2022. Now, take your boy. Are they in here today? Don't come in here, Rams, because you know what? You ain't got nothing to say. Nothing. Meanwhile, McVay has already made clear when Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp, and Matt Stafford leave, he's leaving too. To add to your pain, Rams fans, you guys got at most, before McVay and company are out of here, I figure the Rams at some point are going to figure they're going to have to start clearing house in order to get some draft picks and start all over again. I give you a 2-year window at the most. Aaron Donald's probably not coming back next year, especially if you do nothing more than scrape the bottom of the NFC West this year. Jalen Ramsey is going to be traded because, first of all, if I was the GM and Jalen Ramsey was on my team, I might consider what I could get for him because he's not really doing all that much for my team as it is, right? And Matt Stafford's elbow, how long will that last? So you got to figure 2-year window's all you guys got. You going to win the Super Bowl this year? But I don't think so. Anyway, the Rams are not a concern in the NFC West. The Cardinals, what a joke. They're just not going to beat. You know what? I want to do? I want to just quickly. I want to look at the Cardinals. Okay, the Seahawks, right? The Seahawks play the Bucs next week. They're going to win that game. The Rams are silly. They had the game won. Brady and company are having some kind of issue. I don't know what it is other than Brady's home experiences, because the fact of the matter is even though the guys were dropping the ball, Brady wasn't putting that ball where he usually does. Those lunging, reaching catches, some of those guys, they should have made them. But usually Brady hits people in a way that they can't miss. So I figured the Hawks going to win that game. I wouldn't bet any money either way, though, because are they playing in Seattle? How many miracles are they? Beating the Rams is not a special thing anymore. Seahawks and Raiders, the Hawks will win that game. And then they play the Rams. Well, y'all got the same table set, don't you? Boy, you got to play the Rams 2 more times, too, don't you? Okay, and they play the Seahawks play the Panthers. That might not be a gimme. Yeah, the Panthers have changed. That might not be a gimme. I'm going to put that as a half win, half possible loss. Seahawks versus Niners, you're going to get your ass whooped. I can guarantee it. If the 49ers, nobody gets hurt between now and then, boy, they going to beat your ass. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, y'all going to get a whooping. I mean, a serious whooping. I mean, it's going to be blood. Me and Bryant were concerned. Brian Culp and I were concerned about you at the beginning of the season. I was concerned about you in game 1. I need to see the 49ers one more week. If they look anything like they did last week, the rest of the league is in trouble. Not only you. Not only you. Chiefs, you ain't beating the Chiefs. You're not. So that's already 2 ball losses right there. That puts us back in first place right away. Provided, of course, we win all our games, which I'm not sure about. Not really. You play the Jets. The Jets beat the Bills today. You guys think you're on the same page with the Bills? I don't think so. That's another ass whooping. The Jets have gotten good. I mean, really good, and I'm glad we don't have to play them. Feel bad for you. That's an ass whooping. Yeah, you're going to get beat. And you play the Rams? I doubt you're able to actually sweep the Rams. We can do it because we own that team. But you guys, I don't think so. You might beat them 1 out of 2 times. So as the sun slowly settles in the West, I predict that you guys will indeed be at least a game behind the 49ers as we win the NFC West. I might as well start celebrating now. You might as well do it as well, fam. The Cardinals. Okay, the Cardinals and Rams play next week. Who's going to win that game? You know what? I got to feel the Cardinals going to win that game. That's a hard one to call, ain't it? Both of them are sorry. And then we get the privilege of playing the Cardinals in the following week, which I know everybody says, you know what? Don't be assuming anything with the Cardinals. We have so much trouble with the Cardinals. I don't think anybody has any trouble with the Cardinals anymore. There's something really wrong with them, and at some point you start to give up and not believe in yourself. If the Hawks beat them, if the Rams beat them next week, their heart will be finished. They won't have any will to live as far as NFC West competition goes. They won't. So consider November 22nd a win. Cardinals Chargers. You know what, though, funny? The bad thing about the poor Cardinals in that game, I got a feeling all those people that are missing, hopefully they'll still be missing next week when we play the Chargers. Eckler's still there, though. Eckler's amazing. Chargers going to beat you, Cards. Patriots and Cardinals. Patriots. Broncos Cardinals. And now there's a chance you might win that game. Let's see what little Rusty looks like and company looks like on December. and then you play the Buccaneers on the 26th. Those are teams that are really having trouble right now. You wonder when they're going to pull up out of it. So, but the Cardinals, Falcons, Cardinals, you going to get a whooping on that game. I tell you, the only reason the Falcons lost today is because they shot themselves in the foot 2 or 3 times. They had the game. They just made some mistakes on their own. They beat themselves. Listen, fam, the Falcons played flawlessly against us. That's why they won. When they lose, Cordell Patterson was killing today. They lost that game by accident. And then, of course, we play the Cardinals on January the 8th. And we walk into the playoffs pretty much as long as we're not injured. Looking good. Here's my thinking on that. I'm not being a homer on this one. You know what? Christian McCaffrey and Debo alone are going to wreak havoc because now the DC doesn't know what the hell to do. Now, no matter what you think about Jimmy Garoppolo, you put a real pro out there with him, a polished one, and the guys he's already had for a few years. Look out, because Emmanuel Sanders pulled him up out of a funk then. McCaffrey's better than. I really see some. I see some terrible beatings from the 49ers, whoever they play, the next couple of weeks. McCaffrey's getting polished up to speed. Now Kyle Shanahan, who says he has fun coming up with game plans, what you saw with that pass he played down to Ayuk, I got a feeling that just scratches the surface of what we're about to see next. So, because now you already had a high level of offense that just for some reason couldn't get kick-started. Now you take it to the next level that it would be after it got kick-started. Oh, I love the chances. The defense, I figure they're not going to drag ass too much longer either. We got too many guys coming back. The Niners are going to be very scary in the next 4 games. And then we'll see for sure what we're dealing with here. So I'm pretty excited about that. Nobody's going to talk me out of that, boy. Whoa. I didn't know McCaffrey, the guy I wanted to draft years ago, I knew he was all that in a bag of damn chips. And now he's on our team. And looking like exactly what I expected. Oh, my God. Oh, just, God, please, no injuries this year. Let us have this. Oh, God. Anyway, let me go to the phones and get your reaction to some things going on there. Hey, fly guy, fly guy, fly guy.
Ronbo.
Fly guy. Come on in, fam. I'm sitting up here going nuts about the fact that all we got to do is get past the Hawks and, it's lights out. Because I'm looking at the rest of the schedule. Tampa Bay is not worrying me. They lucked out and beat the Rams. Who beat the Rams to death? All right. So the Hawks, that's a smoke and mirrors act that's going to end soon. The Cardinals, don't even talk about them. It's who else do we play that's worth a damn? The Fly Guy, you know what? It's looking good. Oh, wait. I forgot about the Dolphins. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
you said something about. I'm scared of the Dolphins, though. Yeah, I am.
yeah. And you seen they had a shootout today, blow for blow, touchdown for touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Those kind of offense, you're gonna need them when you down. See,
See,
Mike McDaniel went blow for blow, touchdown for touchdown.
but he did that.
That ball ended up.
The Bears are the Bears getting better, Fly Guy? They
Yeah,
was
the
hanging,
Bears look
they
good
was
too.
hanging step for step with the Cardinals, but nobody wanted to play no defense.
Yeah.
I, that's it though. Dolphins.
I,
We don't. Do we
yeah.
have to play the
Look,
Bulls? We don't have to play the Bulls, do we? I mean Bears. I mean not Bears, but the Buffalo. We don't have to play Buffalo, do we?
I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Although ain't no reason to be scared of Buffalo because the Jets went in and handed them in their butt today. You know what?
But
We have to play the Jets, don't we?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. But one thing, I'm not confident yet. Not yet. Till I see the next game we play,
Yeah.
if we
It's the
look like
Chargers.
something again.
Your Chargers gonna be a
Yeah, we got to
contest.
look like something. If we look like the same old, just sorry offense, play run and
You
punt,
you 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 can't
nah.
do it. You can't do it. You've added you've added a personnel piece that you can't. There's no way to expect the same from that offense. No more this year. Not as long as McCaffrey's on that field. The whole dynamic has changed. Now they're going to go in directions that weren't possible before. You can't have Debo and McCaffrey on the field and run the same offense. It's not going to happen. It just can't.
So you think we're gonna have a hard time with Seahawks again? It looked like it.
No, I don't. The Seahawks won today because the Cardinals is just a hot mess.
They catching fire, man. Seahawks catching fire.
They look good,
So
but I don't. With our defense, I don't think they're going to look that kind of good. And the Hawks ain't stopping the 49ers offense. I got that figured out. I don't see it.
we only gonna find out when
But
the
yeah,
coin toss
So, because you know how
So
familiarity within the division goes. Every team, and the Rams know us, we know them. The Cardinals know us, we know them. The Hawks know us. Now, by putting McCaffrey in the mix, now they don't know us. Nobody knows us for the next few weeks. They might get enough tape on what the 49ers are doing in the next 2 or 3 games, but the next 3 games, nobody knows what's coming.
and one thing too, I noticed that those running back we didn't manage the situation properly because we gave Dolphins 2 running back and they gave us nothing back. If would have been smart, we could have kept most of it and then trade them to the Dolphins for a third round or something like that. And then if they want Wilson, then we give them another something fourth round. We'd have got at least 2 picks instead of 9. They got most of it for free.
They didn't know, the 49ers didn't know in advance what they were going to do because they didn't know they was going to get.
Yeah, but
Wilson would
what I
still
was
be with
saying, like,
us if it
if
wasn't
if
for.
you don't know what you're gonna do, a running back like most of you have to re-sign him. He don't want much, $1 million, $2 million. You would have cut him for that.
You get no argument from me. I did not want to see Mostert leave under no circumstances.
Yeah, it's just anybody get hurt. Anybody can get hurt. So it's just like you're gonna let a good player like that go. And honestly, if he was getting paid like 6, 7 million, you'd be like, okay, we're trying to make space. There was no space to make. Is it like you just let him walk?
Actually, Daniel points out, you know what? Mostert was a free agent, though. We didn't have no say in that. But, if you
Yeah, we
wanted to
should have
sign and
re-signed
trade,
him. That's why I say we should have re-signed him, and then we'll see what we're gonna do later on, and then trade him. We would have got something for him.
yeah, the 49ers don't work like that, though.
But
If they sign you, they're going to keep you, or else they're not going to waste any time. Because what do you do that, and then what if you can't trade him? And then what if the other team doesn't like the
nah,
contract you gave him?
if you can't trade most of
Just
you,
keep
still
him.
good. He's not
Yeah, yeah.
making. He's not making no money, and he's a good player. That's what I'm saying. It's not like you signing anybody.
Yeah, that's
The man
true.
is the one like 4 flat. Like we need that kind of speed. Come on, man.
I didn't want to get rid of him. I was hoping for that, but they
So
already.
now Duffin looking good. They got Moster, Wilson. They got all our players for free. What they got in them in the receiver?
Mhm.
Treyfield, whatever his name is. Treyfield,
Oh, Sherfield.
Breeder.
I didn't notice Sherfield until today. I was watching that game. Sherfield's over there too. That's because of McDaniels. So, he knew all the guys that he knew what they were capable of doing, and he got them all over there. So yeah.
Man, McDonald's setting an example over there. Straight, straight airing it out.
I mean,
Like
I'm
they don't
watching
even run the
Tyreek
ball.
Hill. I mean, they do run a little bit though, but I'm watching
Yeah, I
Tyreek
mean,
Hill just having a field day, wide open.
yeah.
Boy,
They only run the ball maybe like 15 times. If you look at it, the stats say I have both running back on my team right now. Most only run like 6, 7 attempts
and
in
and,
both of them.
and did you notice McDaniel has got Tua throwing down the middle of the field? So
Yeah,
part of that.
everywhere they going
But I mean,
every play.
the thing is, I didn't think that a lot of teams don't like to do that because you put yourself in pick city possibilities. It is an advantage though because you can collect people. I mean, catch people sleeping or off, and if you get a gap for certain guys, they will take it to the house. But it's still a risky thing to do.
I'm gonna tell you the advantage of just airing it out. You can throw picks, but you're gonna score so fast you can overcome those picks.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, if you have a high scoring offense and you throw a pick, of course you're gonna go in and score 3 touchdowns after that pick. Because you got a high scoring offense. You passing the ball, you have receivers making touchdowns. We don't have those kind of plays. It's like we gotta run it, 6 yards, 6 yards, 6 yards, 6
Well,
yards. It's time to just hit them.
the bad thing is, Mike Fly Guy, fundamental football says if you can run the ball, you can pass it. So you want to establish a run. Teams that can't run like the Rams, you're one dimensional, and you're probably going to help the defense figure out what you're going to do. If you're just throwing the ball all the time, all I got to do is rush 3 and set back everybody else in defensive coverage. So you got to have a balanced attack if you're going to succeed. If you're just throwing the ball downfield constantly, you're going to get beat.
Okay, so you think if Tua was if Tua went to the 49ers, you think he would have been playing the same under Kyle Shanahan?
No, I it's hard to answer that one. But one thing I do know is Kyle's not going to have you just bombing all day long. He ain't doing that. He's got Tyreek Hill. When you got a speedster like that, you can do that all the time. But fam,
Not because
we killed. I didn't know we killed the clock already. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this Tuesday. All right.
yeah.
All right, fam. All right, fly guy. Fly guy. Fly guy. And let me ask the question right now. Norm, what time is it?
It's time for me to put some Vaseline on my lips.
Go ahead, we'll wait.
They were kind of ashy. I knew somebody was going to say something in the comment section if I just went on blabbing on and my lips was hecka ashy. Like, your wife don't give you no Vaseline?
No, the thing is, has anybody outside of black folks used the word ashy?
Man, I'm in California where it's Niners all day. And, the sun, no matter how cold it is, them lips start getting ashy when it starts getting cold. But anyway, it's a cold bye week, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's that time of year. Turkey time is coming and everything. Weather go cool off. You got to put your shirt back on. But, yeah, it's a cold week for the
It's a cold
Rams.
day. Why is Niners fans rooting for the Cardinals? Why is Niners fans rooting for the Cardinals?
They play the Hawks.
And we play the Hawks too. We got to play both of these fools. We ain't even played the Cardinals yet.
I know, but you know what? It'd be nice to put the Hawks. See, because that way, next week, we will be playing for first place because of the head-to-head combat with the Hawks. If we're both 5-4, we on top.
I mean, well, we got a tough schedule up ahead of us as far as these Niners go. Like, just bye week was really good for the team because we got a lot of players that's been out for a minute coming back.
Yeah.
We got Z Shire coming back. We got Debo coming back. I mean, we got Elijah Mitchell coming back.
Oh.
Red.
Yes.
We got guys that's supposed to be there that's gonna be there.
That's
gonna be cool. Greenlaw coming back too? No Greenlaw?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Okay, so and D'Amico Ryans, I hope this is a good time to get settled as a defense because it's very crucial. We got the Chargers coming up. They offense is pretty nice.
They got people out too. If their receivers come back, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be at home, so I just don't want to be like we already 0-2 against the AFC West, man. Can we win these last two games against these other two AFC West teams?
One of them's the Raiders.
It's the Chargers and then the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders go get a whooping. Did they play today?
I just don't want to be to a point where the Raiders is doing so bad and then they get that little spark on us on New Year's.
I know, right? If that happens,
I would be mad. I don't care what the record is. I don't care if they clinch a playoff spot. If y'all lose to the Raiders, I'm gonna be mad. Anyway, but but it's a tough. I mean, we got players coming back at the right time, and I think this is a good time for this team to really get established somewhere. Like if Kyle Shanahan can figure this offense out and get them settled in, and the defense got to get resettled in. And these Chargers, it's got to be a test game. If they lose any game in this stretch, you got to do it at the beginning. Y'all already got that losing energy out your way now.
True.
Just like y'all did last year. Now this is the time. This is November. I feel like this is the time they can really just use all the. And then you got new additions in there that's adding flavor to your offense. Use them things, and then we got to play Mike McDaniels.
Yeah, that's the only game that I'm concerned about. But if the 49ers know who they are now, Norm. In October, the team comes in, they don't know who they are. November, you try to establish who you are like they did last year. I think they're ready to roll by that game.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope D'Amico Ryans does have some like this. That'll be a good game, like because you got a lot of Ninerism in the Dolphins fan base going to get. It'd be like practice. I hope that's the most glorified practice Richard Sherman didn't talk about. But other than that, the season is gonna be tough, and I'm gonna be on baby. I ain't gonna be on work. You know what I'm saying? I got the baby coming up, so I'll be able to watch more of these games. And this is the tough part. This is the tough part. This is the part that I need everybody at.
Norm, Tyreek Hill. That's the only thing that concerns me. I think the 49ers are going to handle the Tua. I'm just worried about Hill and how he's going to be defended.
I'm more concerned about like it's just the schedule itself. The Niners are we behind the Hawks right now because they doing cool, even though we undefeated in the division. We got to be more confident. We neck and neck right now with these chickens right now. They getting their chicken right now. So I give respect to the chickens right now. Y'all getting y'all chicken.
Yeah, you have to.
We gonna see y'all though. We gonna see y'all at Lumen. You know what I'm saying? Our face gonna be looming all over that field.
Pete Carroll could be coach of the year. If they get anywhere near the playoffs, he is the COY.
I see. I respect the chickens for what they doing though. The Cardinals, y'all could have had one job and just not had us in this suspicion that the Seahawks just might be the problem that we have, but they are. And the Cardinals, we still got to face them, so that's another problem. That's two ops we got to deal with. For real.
I'm playing my second string that day, Norm. Don't worry about it, man. I'm telling you right now, the Cardinals ain't ready to whoop nobody. They don't believe it themselves. They're out there doing really stupid things. I say, why y'all? Oh man, how you gonna beat the Hawks playing like this?
So they know us. I just want Cal Shanahan to get in the mode where it's like he got a lot on his shoulders right now, to where I know it's a lot of pressure on a guy like that, to where this is a team that's built to do big things, and you got to you put your mind together and figure out how you get them things done. And it's really, forget about the fans. It's about the people in the locker room. They got to go for something. I'm not saying forget the fans, but it's like it's also the people in the locker room. They pay money to go out here to, we want to see them do the best they can do, and that's all I want to see as a team. And I feel like it can go far if they just put it all together. They can go real far somewhere in this season.
They got the personnel now. Just want it. That's all they got to do.
But the teams in the NFC are not as big threats as we thought in the beginning of the season.
I know, right? I thought Green Bay.
So that's a plus. That's a plus, and that's something that we got to look forward to. We still got that dark horse mentality, just to be able to sneak in there and slap a few teams in the postseason if we keep this energy going.
Yeah. I mean, the NFC is there for taking. The Saints, the Saints don't scare me. And you look at Tampa Bay ain't scaring nobody. They're in trouble. There's something really wrong with that unit. I thought it was the offensive line, but it's more than that.
And the leaders of the NFC East have had the easiest schedule. Ain't no telling what the other teams are going through. They probably got the same kind of schedules.
You got to worry about the Vikings to a little degree, though, Norm. The
Vikings is the team that I'm like, okay, they 7 right now, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I don't know what's going to happen there. I really have no idea. It depends on a lot of things. We'll see.
I foresee a fun postseason in the works, and the 49ers just might be sprinkled in there, whether it's in the commentary or on the field.
Their picture's one of the teams.
All I gotta
say. The Cowboys, 49ers, Vikings. What's that? There's a couple more teams. But yeah,
maintain our spot in the picture. We in the picture. We just got to maintain we got to be able to find a way to keep our way in the picture. It's the wins and losses. Yeah. And a tough schedule to be there too. So let's get it.
And you was about to say it's what?
With damn near all our players back. Let's get it. Settle in.
I know. I see.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Shout out to all the Empire. I'm glad y'all didn't give up on the season like some of these fans did. Some of these Fickleberries did. And that's all I got to say. And it's Niners all day.
Yeah. I know. Always a pleasure, fam.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's a Big Show. Big Show says you should be concerned about every game going forward, not just the Fins. Seahawks aren't a joke. Chargers won. We travel to Mexico. And what's so funny? That's where we get to play Seattle later. It's not a neutral ground, although I understand the 49ers fan base is strong like every place else in Mexico as well. Viva la Mexico! We're coming to town. Get ready. It's Jack. Philly. What was I thinking? Ronbo. Eagles.
Let me come back.
Okay. Yeah, Eagles, Cowboys out of the East. Whoever wins, you know what? Atlanta's going to win the South, aren't they? Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, you sat and you watched how the Cardinals just said, "Look, we want to quit. We want Cliff Kingsbury to get fired. Kyler Murray is possibly going to be traded for the money we're paying him. He's not measuring up. This team needs to be torn down and built back up again." And then you watch the Rams, which I'm loving. And Tony, our situation looks pretty solid compared to everybody else in the NFC, except for a few teams. Tony, what are you thinking?
Well, there's a big question mark there, Ronbo.
Yeah.
And you know who the question mark is?
Your buddy Kyle. But Tony, you can also add to that injuries. We can't afford to lose the wrong people like we love to do.
Well, Ronbo, even when we've had injuries and Kyle's hand is forced when he doesn't play players that he normally plays, who other teams wouldn't even look at marking up or double teaming like Ross Dwelly. You just can't figure out how come this guy doesn't play those players and feed them the ball a little bit more in the confusion stakes. You know what I mean? Like you said, one-dimensional. That's the key. If you see all the games that we've won, where we spread the ball, and when you spread the ball, you don't become one-dimensional anymore, and teams struggle to line up and try and figure you out, which is how we can win every game from now on, and including the Super Bowl. But Kyle, if he goes back into his shell like a tortoise and starts playing crap football, did at the beginning of the season, we're in deep trouble. Christian McCaffrey, I'd have him running out of the slot. They're not swap him around on the left-hand side, running a different route, have him in the background.
You got Debo lined up in another place. You got Kittle in another place. Yeah. Tony, you should see. I got to send that clip to you. There's one corner. I think he plays cornerback in the NFL. He was on ESPN, and he was sitting there saying, "Man, I'm telling you, from my position, if I'm sitting there, I'm looking at Christian McCaffrey where he's lined up. I'm looking at where Debo's lined up. I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know whether I should." And they do all those pre-snap movements. I just don't know what to do. This is what the NFL is going to have to deal with now. Two high caliber players of the same kind of talent. So go ahead.
If you throw Ayuk into that mix, then what are you going to do?
It gets ridiculous. The whole offense is ridiculous now. All of them are very high skilled if they're used properly. I know what you're talking about though. Kyle's got to make it happen.
Tyreek Hill, Ronbo, I would play him in a NRL rugby league style. I would say to my backs, just keep a step or two away from him and bait the quarterback to throw in the ball. But what I want you to do is start running towards him, because he's going to have to stop for a split second to catch it. The minute that ball hits his hands, I want you to hit him as hard as you can in the midriff, all right, and get him to cough the ball up. And when you do that enough times, they'll stop throwing it to him.
And not only that, he'll stop wanting to catch it. Although Hill's pretty tough. But that's what you do to some receivers. They know that pain is coming, and they flinch. And that's all it takes to miss that ball. That's all it takes. A little cautious.
Bobby Salah is doing so well because Shabazz can attest to this comment. He's a chess player. Chess players bait you in such ways. And when they play the game of chess, you have to be 4 moves ahead of your opponent. He might be baiting you on one side of the board, and every now and then he'll make a move on the right-hand side of the board, and the next thing you know, he just whacks the queen in front of you and goes, checkmate. There's a company in your country that's worth over $250 million, and every single person that's employed in that company is either a chess player or a checkers player, because people like them think out of the box. And if Shanahan continues spreading the ball around and our O-line gives Jimmy enough time to throw the ball, because I went and watched Kermit the Frog, and every time the ball snaps, okay, he's got 4-5 seconds to get rid of the ball.
If
You
that,
give someone 4-5 seconds to get rid of the ball, I don't care which quarterback it is, he's going to deliver.
yeah. And that's pretty much what happened against the Rams. The 49ers did an outstanding job, for the most part, of keeping that pass rush at bay. And that's why Jimmy had his best percentage of all time. 84%.
That's right. And we also spread the ball around.
Yep.
And if Shanahan can realise and continue doing that, I don't think there's any problem of us making the Super Bowl, to be quite honest with you.
I've tried not to think that way,
really
but
don't.
I do. How are you going to stop that team if they really initiate the skills they got? There's no way you're going to stop Debo and Ayuk. And then you got the rest of the cast? Nah, there's no way to stop that.
Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey, Kittle, Dwelly, who else is there? You know, the running backs. You
got
know, now
Jennings.
you have to activate.
You got Juice. I mean, it goes on and on. The options are endless on that offense.
What's his name? The guy that's supposed to come back, our running back. What his name?
I keep forgetting about him. Elijah Mitchell. He's solid as a running back. Yes.
You know, I don't want Christian McCaffrey. I don't want this guy to be running in between the tackles. This guy's too important to be sitting on the sideline because Kyle Shanahan had a brain fart. Get him to run around the outsides. Get him running out of the slot. Get him running. He's going to attract 2, 3, 4 defenders. And that gives the quarterback ample
many options at that point because they're going to start trying to key him.
Field.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't double team all of the team, Ronbo.
McCaffrey will kill you if you don't. And now what are you going to do? See, that's why I said this whole dynamic of that offense is going to change next week.
I hope you're right.
There's no way around it, you know? Even if Kyle doesn't want to, Tony, you'll feel good to know the 49ers will probably say, don't worry about Kyle. Let's do this. I can see it happening now.
How long have I been saying that for?
Hey, Tony, I got to go. We'll see you Tuesday, okay?
All right, brother.
Right,
Shout out to everyone. See you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Tony. You want some Latino heat? Latino heat! Latino heat! Hey, Emilio!
Yeah, what's happening?
Emilio, man, I'm just sitting there, man. I'm mad as hell at the Cardinals for being so sorry, and I'm amused by the Rams because they're so sorry.
Why are you amused by them? They're sorry. You shouldn't be amused by sorry. That don't mean you're amused by what we're
Emilio, I know how you feel about the Rams. You had to be amused because they went out there. They thought they had the game won, and they waited till the last 1 minute, less than 1 minute left in the game, and got an ass whooping. Oh, that's why they ain't in here today. Rams fans, y'all can come in. Come on now. You never want to visit and play with us when you lose.
Actually, they blew it for me. I actually picked them to win. I had a football pool. They blew it.
I thought they was going to win too, actually. I mean,
exactly. They blew it for me.
How they go do?
That means I'm not going to pick them again.
Don't do it again. That is a sorry unit. My God. Had the game won, and he go get a PI with you see him sitting on the sideline crying? I mean, he was probably sitting on the sideline crying with him, huh? Because you lost some money.
Not really. It is what it is.
You can win next week. You know,
yeah. So it's not a big deal. I'm just watching these games. These games actually, this week games actually, a lot of them suck.
Yeah, they were boring.
A lot of them were boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
Who's winning between Kansas City and I left that game to come talk to y'all. Who's winning? Is Kansas City still losing?
The Titans. They actually, you know what's fun? You laughing? You know what's funny? What? Tennessee's actually showing you how to beat the Titans. There's a way they're lining up on defense. They have 3 linemen on one side and 1 on the other. Because the way their defense is lining up, the linemen. I said, it's kind of.
They showed us that last. They didn't just now start whooping Kansas City. They've been doing that to Kansas City for a long time.
Yeah, they did it. They said forget the announcers that were on there now. They said, Tennessee did this last year. The way they're lining up to beat the Chiefs. I said, if they're doing it, why can't nobody else do it? I said, okay.
Mhm.
I said, we should have been doing that.
Mhm. And running the ball. And Derrick Henry ran down the man. Kansas City don't have nothing to stop Derrick Henry. How many yards has he got right now?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I saw Henry
That
busting
was-
down the field a couple times. I was doing something else. Chiefs, what's up? Derrick Henry's a little too big, ain't he? You know.
Well, Derrick Henry can be stopped. He's not the.
Well,
He's not the problem. It's
They
just-
stopped him sometimes, but you can't. In the fourth quarters, when Derrick Henry starts to hurt you, your arms are sore. You know, you're a little bit tired. You don't want to commit. That he coming down the field as hard as he can. You have to make a play. It's gonna hurt. You know it's gonna hurt, but your job is to stop him. That's when
Think
your
about it.
mind
If
starts
you-
going tricky.
if you stop Derrick Henry, the Titans are done. That's the
Oh
whole
yeah, they
game
proved that
plan.
last year.
You stop getting Henry, you can beat them. If you don't stop him, he's gonna run all over you.
Mm-hmm.
All they need to do is get a couple downs by passing the ball here and there, because they don't really have no big time receivers. So it's just the whole game plan is
That's right. They got rid of him.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
They don't have nobody.
Yeah, he's over in.
But it's kind of weird when you realize with certain teams, like if you look at the Chiefs, their biggest receiver is Kelsey. You stop Kelsey, you kind of stop their whole offense. Well,
yeah, because it
it's just
ruins
weird
the
how
sequence of what they
some
like to
teams-
do. Yeah.
It's crazy how some teams know what your biggest threat is and they stop it. With us, our big thing is the run game. You don't have one official player, but if you stop our run game, we suck, and we've seen how bad we suck. And it's just Shanahan can never find another way.
But you
That's
know what?
just-
Why didn't we try to stop Kelsey? You know, two teams I've watched. I think we were trying to stop Kelsey a little bit.
For the most part, we kind of did, because you see he didn't get not one touchdown. Of course, he got his yard here. It's like when we played the Rams. You know, of course,
Cooper
what's
Kupp.
his name? Cooper Kupp gets his, but if you keep him from the end zone, it helps.
They
As
stopped
long
him
as you
to
keep a player from the end zone,
You're right. They stopped him in
you're
the second
kind of
half.
in a
though.
way you're partially stopping them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't stop them because it's just, if you look at what's in the game that just happened, I said Pierce, the running back for the Texans, he still got his, and they suck. But it's just sometimes certain players, they get theirs, they get their
Yeah.
yards. You look at fantasy football, they're gonna get their points, they're gonna get their yards.
Mm.
It just, you have to just avoid them getting in the end zone. You stop a certain player to get in the end zone, it helps the other team from beating them.
Mm.
That's the thing. So
that's
each top player gets their yards. That's just not something you can't
But
really
see, that's
stop.
why.
No
I
matter
still like
how bad the
Belichick.
team is.
Sure, but I still like Belichick football. Take that dude down and make the rest of them dudes try to beat you. You know. But you know what? The Rams, the Chiefs did do that. That what's his name? That other wide receiver walking 5 and 10 feet into the end zone every time. Well, he made it around the corner because he's quick. But he ran it. How many times you run that same play on us? That's a crying shame.
3-4 times. And you think about it, since that game, you haven't even heard of him since then.
No, he did one. He got one earlier today, I think.
No, but it's still one.
One.
Like I said,
He only got
have you
one.
Did you really hear of him before us and now? You haven't really heard of him. So it's
No. He's been there for 3 years
Yeah.
or so, maybe, and he was always that guy
and
that
you
could
haven't
be
really
the
heard
next
of him
Tyreek Hill.
really do too much.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard too much of him. So, like
No,
I said,
no.
If you look
you
at
know.
Kansas City, their biggest two players is Mahomes and Kelsey. That's
Kelsey.
it. You don't really look at nobody else.
Well, you know, he's gotten good at spreading the
Sometimes
ball
it happens.
around.
You stop one
Valdez
player.
Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster. Mahomes has actually learned to live without Tyreek up until today. I mean, I don't know what they did. I got to go back and watch the second half of that game.
Actually, he actually has played differently without him, because I mean that was his big threat, throwing deep to him.
Oh, you
But
just
since
close his
then
eyes
he
and let
hasn't
it
really
fly.
had that deep threat.
Yeah.
So no, he hasn't really thrown that deep ball out there yet.
Every now and then,
He's
but not
really
as
dinking
often.
and dunking the ball. So he's actually, they're actually doing the Alex Smith thing where they're dinking and dunking the ball all over the place
Mhm.
with
You know,
Mahomes. So I
you
just,
otherwise, because they was getting beat. They lost 3 games in a row last year because they were still trying to play the same football. They had to. I'm telling you, defenses have gotten hip to this. You can't just be bombing downfield. You get it. They'll bring that ball back. The other team, I mean. So you got to time it right. Clock.
yeah.
I'll be back Tuesday looking for you, fam. You know, because we need some more Latino heat. You know, so be looking for you, man. And don't be betting. Don't be betting on the Rams.
I wasn't really a bet. It was just football for try to get as many wins as you can, and they were one of them. I'm like, don't really, man. Like,
All right, man.
not like I want. I don't like. I actually want them to win anyway.
You just try to
you know,
try to
'cause we
win.
actually care less what they do. Yeah.
All right, fam. I'll see you Tuesday. Huh? Have a
All
great
right.
day.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Thanks, fam.
All right. All right.
Here goes Emilio. Hey, Jack. Oh, sorry. Big boy Luis Lambs will rule the day. They didn't trade for CMC. They tried, Luis. They tried.
Get on back, baby.
Remember,
Jack
Luis,
is
remember,
back.
they said F them
Back,
picks,
baby.
and they
Jack
ain't got
is
nothing to trade with. Jack, get in there, man, while we're laughing at the Rams, and they had no assets to trade to get CMC, and now that monster's on the 49ers. I can't wait to see what's next. Jack, what are you thinking, man, about the situation we got at hand here? The Seahawks are going to be an irritation again. Again. Notice I use it again. Damn.
Y'all hear me fine?
Clearly.
Well, they're 6-3, now 5-3, man. That's
I know.
number one.
I know.
Going back
I
to
forget about that one game.
everybody else,
But they haven't taken an off week yet.
half Indians and half Samoans can be ashy as well. But, on the other side of Tyreek,
You know about that word, ashy.
is they got another boy with some speed that I told y'all to get with the number 12 pick when we had the 12 pick before we moved up to number 3 was Jalen Waddle. That boy got nightmare speed too. So
Wow,
they got a double threat.
And he's cashing in this year too because more people. People are worried about Tyreek Hill way more than they are Waddle.
Exactly. So
And Waddle's
as
killing.
far as us playing the Chargers, man. Last time we beat the Rams on Monday night, what happens? We got our asses handed to us against the Falcons, and they went into ATL and beat the hell out of them. Well, didn't beat the hell out of them, but came out with a W. You know what I'm saying? They were whooping them for a second. You know what I'm saying? But they are coming with confidence, saying, "Listen, boys, if we can beat these guys across country in Atlanta, this is our state. We're just going a few hours up north. They're going to come ready. They can come prepared. And I know we got everybody, but man, these guys are looking dangerous too, and that's why they are 5-3.
Jack, I just want to interject one thing though.
5-3.
The Falcons should have won that game. I don't know. They made some mistakes, critical mistakes.
Should have won the game.
They should have won it by 14 points from what I watched. I was sitting there watching. I said, you know what, Falcons, why don't you play flawlessly like you did against us?
Yeah. We should have won that game against the Falcons too. But turnovers, whatever. Hey, they got the W. That's all they needed to go back to the West. Now they come to our house with that confidence, which I don't like, man. But Brandon Ayuk is our leading receiver, and I think he has superstar potential. That is my guy. I'm the guy who told you before Cool Whip, don't make me play the tape back, guys, that this guy is the guy we're going to draft, and we drafted him or Laviska Shenault. So look out for Ayuk to have a big game, man, because everybody's going to be focused on CMC and Debo. So, yeah. But, I mean, if you go back to the stats, I mean, our first downs are good. 158 total first downs that we've had so far. 56 rushing, 88 by passing.
Yeah, they're waking up like they did last year at the same exact time, which is I wish everybody wishes they'd stop doing that. But, yeah, I see it.
But, it's the third downs that we had 43 of 97 that, CMC is going to help out, these new gadget plays like you guys are talking about. But it's the fourth down convert, those short ones that, we're 2 of 7 in the whole season. And now that we do have him and hopefully Shanahan is more creative, who knows what's going to happen when it is 4th and 2, maybe even 4th and 3 with Jimmy G in the backfield, even though I feel that Aaron Banks can be a liability against speed. I think he's going to take more chances, Ronbo. And keeping it short and sweet tonight so I don't wake everybody up. That's why the voice is echoing. But I'm loving what we talking about, man. I'm so excited, man. It really looks like we're going to do something in the second half that is going to,
could be exciting.
Push us.
Could be exciting.
Seriously,
because CMC's got all those guys pumped up. Now they know they have a howitzer. Whereas before, they had the guns, but now that dude is the ultimate weapon. And as I say, when you play with a guy like that, you don't want him, you don't want to get lost in his smoke. You got to keep up. Now I look for everybody to play above their head. So this should be fun.
It should be fun, man. I'm staying too, man. Staying excited, man. But I'm tuning in because y'all got me so excited too, man. Just hearing y'all talk. But hey,
Tell you,
when
man,
the
too.
49ers do come to London, Rumble, I'm flying your ass out here and bringing you a ticket to Wembley Stadium. We could do a live show with
Wembley
Rumble for the
Stadium.
Wembley Stadium.
God,
So
that'd
note
be
that down, baby. All right.
damn. That'd be fun. Wembley in London.
Next victim, Chargers.
You know,
All right.
they
And
gotta do a
Norm,
game in
stop
London
all
soon.
tell Norm to stop all that Vaseline talk, man. 209 don't get down like that.
You know,
All right,
I hadn't
peace,
heard the
gentlemen.
word ashy in a long time. That's what made me laugh so hard. Ashy. As I say, but you have confirmed that Samoans and Indians, they also use the word ashy. But man, black folks do not. Girl, it's always the girls, put some lotion on them ashy ass legs. You know, it just takes up too much time. Nobody's going to notice if they're ashy or not. What are you talking about? J Jack, I'll see you Tuesday, fam. You got time?
100, baby.
All right. All right, Jack. And bring the law in.
As we are chilling on our bye week, getting ready for that run for lead us to the quest of 6,
Yeah.
the law still says, know your role and shut your damn mouth. What's
Fam,
up, Ronbo?
if the Hawks, if the Cardinals just would not have been ass cheeks again and held on to win that game, they found a way to lose. I'm so tired of them. When you need them to win, they won't. When you don't give a damn if they win or not, they do. 6-3. They're 6-3. I wanted the Hawks to be 5-4. That way, next week, get past the Chargers. Back in first place. 5-4. They got 5-4. Well, they got 5. Whatever. Next week they'll have. Boy, if they lose next week, but they're not. They're playing Tampa Bay. They'd still be on top, wouldn't they? Damn it. They'll be 6.
Yeah.
6-3 right now. 7. That is week 10. They haven't had a bye week yet. That's right. Anyway, Brian, let me stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead, fam. What is your make on all this madness?
Oh man, it's going crazy now. Hey, this is the month of November. Everybody.
It's always this month.
Everybody, they winning for they jockeying for a position. And man, and like I'm just sitting here watching the Titans give the damn Chiefs the business. Titans just physical. I'm thinking, why come we couldn't do that? Why come we couldn't do that?
We had too many people out. Our physical guys were missing too. You need Kinlaw and Armstead when you're playing against that team. We need more meat. When we're playing that guys, we just got to beat them up.
So it's safe to say when we play Kansas City, we got to have everybody. You need your cover better be full.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But
because usually we're the bullies, and when we can't bully a team, well, now it's a different story. It's equal ground now.
Yeah. Did you know when we play the Chargers? That's a Sunday night. That next week it's a Sunday night game
against the Chargers.
You know that? Yeah, when we play the Chargers, I just saw it.
Prime time. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So we got Sunday. Yeah. Come off about a week. Get a prime time game.
And at home. But Brian, you know how we like to do under the lights on Sunday night? Yeah.
Showtime. Showtime, baby.
Go hit them hard too, boy. And I can't wait to see what Kyle's got in mind for that offense, because we're going to see some different things in that offense. I can't wait for this, because there's so many options you have now. They've been expanded to infinitum. And Kyle, with his mind, people think Kyle's an idiot for the things he does, but watch what happens next. I can feel this.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, and while I'm getting off the subject, somebody might want to check on Jalen Ramsey. He took his helmet off when he thought the game was won. He might be on suicide watch.
sitting on the curb outside the Tampa Bay Stadium,
Yeah.
still with his uniform on, his helmet in his hands, along with that other dude
Talking about coulda-
just sitting on the sidelines crying because he made that foul at the end of the game, which put the Bucks on the 1 yard line.
Ronbo, when Tampa Bay got the ball back for the final time, it was 44 seconds left.
I know.
It was 44 seconds. They burned their 2 timeouts. They had 2 timeouts left. Their defense
Hey,
held.
Brian, don't leave out the
They
part where
burned
they
the
just
2
kept
timeouts.
running out routes and running out of bounds, stopping the clock. That was brilliant.
Yeah, right. And that's what you do. You got to defend the deep and the sideline. They didn't do neither, and that's what happened.
Jalen Ramsey, where was you at?
Right. And then and then you got down there, and they weren't gonna run it. It was gonna be play action.
Yeah.
And he ran like what I call the winning touchdown. He ran like what I call a squirrel route. Where he just come off he give a block and he runs lateral, and Tom just dumped it to him. I said, yeah.
Oh God, I enjoyed that.
Master. Yeah.
I'm
glad for Tom. Tom had a rough month. Tom's had a rough month
for a year. I mean, ever since football season started.
On and off the field. Tom's had a rough month.
I feel bad for him because Giselle said, "You gonna play football? I thought you retired." Listen, you know what? I just got to go back one more year. Tom, you go back 1 year. I'm leaving. What are you talking about? You know how it is between. Wife and husband and wife. You know better. The conversation starts off gently, and then it gets loud.
Trying to pull a rank.
Yep.
Oh, she called him tonight. I bet she called him tonight too.
Yep. Congratulations.
She called him tonight. Man, I hope the Niners hope they get ready. Hope they're getting ready.
Well, the 49ers, I ain't worried about them at all from between now and offensively. I just hope the defense can get back to where they were. If that happens, Brian, ain't no force on earth going to stop the 49ers if that defense gets back where they were for the first 2 weeks of the season. Because the offense is ready.
Oh, no. If it's like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once the defense get back to where it was the first 2 weeks, man, it's
and I got Elijah Mitchell to help out, whereas, don't take no credit away from Wilson Jr., but Elijah Mitchell is just a little bit better at getting that ball down the field. Now I got these dual weapons on the sideline. This is like a machine gun coming at you. Oh, I can't wait till next week and watch a Sunday night. Oh, my God, it's going to take forever for this week to go by. Brian, I'm pumped. I'm ready for this. I'm ready. Brian, you know what? I'm going to let you get back to the game because it looks like to me what they're saying in chat, the refs is already helping the Chiefs out.
Yeah, they already. Yeah, they done scored, and it's getting ugly.
Yeah, well, the golden boy must be protected. That's just the way it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian.
Oh yeah.
I'll be back Tuesday looking for you. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Until Tuesday, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production.
Thanks, man.
And still, undisputedly, the law is out.
Night, fam. There goes Brian.
All right, see you Tuesday, Ron.
Looking forward.
See you Tuesday, Ronbo.
Okay.
All right.
And here comes Frank. I'm gonna get your fish sandwich self in here. Frank.
What's up, Ronbo?
I'm just called because I got mad because the Cardinals went in there and they had the game under control for a minute. They still insisted, no, we can't win this game, Niner fans. We ain't playing for y'all. Well, go ahead and get your ass whooped in. They did. God. Man. So anyway. Our situation's fine, though. I don't want to play catch-up with the Hawks all the way until week 10, 11, 12, though. I didn't really want that, and here we are at that situation. Frank, I thought we was done with the Hawks, man. I said to myself, you know what? That's it. The Hawks are in rebuild. Here they come, leading the division, and it's week 10. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, man. I ain't worried. They ain't worried about them. We got to control what we can control. So we gotta take it out. We gotta take it out. So I'm hoping that we're tied up now, 17-17 on that Kansas City and Tennessee.
I can
My
feel
bad,
it
I
in
just
your
had to look
voice.
at the score.
You lose
Yeah,
what happened.
but nah, yeah, we gotta take care of what we gotta take care of, but we want to control our own destiny, man. So hopefully, like I said, in this back, that they all got their bodies, they well rested, took care of their bodies, ate right. I mean, pay attention to details, clean up some things. That's what the bye week for. You know what I'm saying? Prepared and getting ready for our opponent, the Chargers. So hopefully they watch the game that we watch, some tape and watch the game today and see the Chargers, and they. So I'm just hoping, that's it. One game at a time, man. I ain't even focusing on, Seattle. They take care of business. We gotta take care of business. So that's all it comes down to. So we gotta, next Sunday night, man, come out, man. We should be well rested, man, and let's go to work, man. That's all I'm waiting for us to go to work, man. Yeah,
and McCaffrey didn't take any
excuses,
time off either. He's learning more stuff even as we speak, from what he said.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be no excuses, man. This offense, we should at least be able to put up 30. Ain't no excuses, man. We got too much talent on this offense. I don't hear nothing about Kyle saying this ain't work, that ain't work. You get no more excuses from me. You get out there, you get paid to be a head coach. Get out there and do your job, man. Man, let's get this ball rolling. And that's all I really got, say on that. So that's it, man. This ain't what he must to say. Just hope we'll see how, everything shake out next week. So we'll see. So that's all, Hey, that's all we can do is wait and see. You feel me, Ronbo? So that's about it, man. I just, can't wait, man. I'm anxious, man.
I'm glad you checked in. You got to get some of that good luck energy to the Tennessee Titans. Don't nobody want to see the Chiefs win another game, especially to getting the butt.
They definitely showing the blue. I mean, the blueprint been out there though, so but, that's cool though. It is what it is. Focus on the Chargers, man. Right now, I'm in making some cinnamon buns, Ronbo.
All right, Frank, I you what?
So,
look, Frank's got all kind of culinary skills.
My daughter, man, but she done fell asleep on me, so I'm about to eat them by myself. I'll probably save her about one.
As soon as she smells that cinnamon, she'll wake up. Ain't nothing like cinnamon rolls baking in the oven. God, that smells good. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, man, I appreciate you, Ronbo. I love you, man.
Frank, love you back, fam.
You on tomorrow? Or
I'll be there Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, see you Tuesday, man. Everybody stay safe, stay blessed. Love you, Faith.
All right, fam. Have a great day, Frank. There goes Frank. Now he left it. He rested some fish sandwiches, give a break, and now the man is doing cinnamon rolls. Look out for Frank. Hey, Josh. Where my Rams at? I don't know why they don't want to talk to us. Hey, Josh. Marketing Pro, where you at, man?
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Josh. Well, Josh, here it is. The NFC West is starting to take form and shape. It's starting to look like it's going to be a two-team race going down to the wire, as the Cardinals and Rams have clearly shown that they don't want anything to do with this fight. So now you see the Hawks have jumped out to a 6-3. We've got 4. We have got to win this Sunday to keep a game behind them. And, it's looking like, as I say, the Hawks again. Are you concerned?
No, I'm not concerned. For people that actually watched the game, I mean, if you guys actually watched the game, Arizona had that game. They did. But Kyler Murray, he shot himself in the foot. Arizona is just as dysfunctional as the Lambs are right now. I mean, they're both melting down, and Seattle is they just got lucky today. That's I really do only see Seattle winning one more game the rest of the season after watching them play as bad as they did today against Arizona. Their only win's going to be against the Raiders.
Yeah. I looked at the schedule.
Because, they're facing Tampa Bay next, and Brady owns them, So,
well, you know what? The way they play, they're not going to be able to run the ball like they want to, and that's what they pretty much, Pete Carroll football is run the ball and play defense. You're right. They don't have to beat Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay looks like they're having problems figuring out what they want to do. You might be right.
Yeah, well, and if anybody's paid attention to Geno Smith's career, he does good the first 5 to 8 games. After that, he starts going downhill, and it's already happening.
Because you're right, he should have lost today. I mean, he didn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah, but that's how it is with Seattle. They get on those lucky streaks, and then they start going downhill. It happens every season. So, in the beginning, I was worried about having a tough match against them because
Me too.
We always have a tough match with them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be that much of a tough match with them. They're not going to know what to do with us when we face them. With CMC, the greatest show in red and gold, and with Debo out there, with Juice, Kittle, Mitchell, Ayuk, they're not going to know what to do.
Even though the defense has improved, that's too much. And also, our defense is not going to allow. Gino got some breaks today because the Cardinals, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, like you said, though, Cardinals had the game if they just wanted to concentrate and focus. Stop making these boneheaded mistakes. What's with that flag? I remember one point in the game, I said, you guys are worse than the 49ers with them stupid, unnecessary flags. Look what happened now.
Yep. Yeah, so I think, I think it's looking pretty good for us, after this bye week. I think we're just going to keep going. We might lose 1 or 2
Dolphins.
At most.
Are you concerned about the Dolphins? I'm not afraid to admit that. Everybody else on the schedule, I'm not really real worried about, unless the 49ers come out there and beat themselves like they might do here and there. But the Dolphins are really legitimately tough.
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins, they do concern me. They have, they have 2 great running backs, and we know who they are.
Yeah.
They came from us.
They
got a great coach.
Outstanding receivers.
2, yep. And then they've also got a decent defensive line now too. I mean, things are clicking for them. So, I see the Dolphins potentially being a problem for us, but who knows? Like I said, the last time I called in, it might be a game that we can compare it to when we faced the Saints in 2019. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Let's think about what we saw today. Do the Dolphins appear that they can actually stop both Debo and CMC and George Kittle and Juice? I saw what the Bears are doing today.
Maybe because of the coach, their coach, he
knows us. I know.
He knows us, so maybe. But I think we're definitely gonna take first place in the NFC. There's no doubt in my mind. After seeing what happened today with the games going on, and
especially when it comes down to a game between
I feel a lot
the
more
49ers versus the Hawks. I wish it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wish it would. The table would be set. The drama would be high. Wherever we're playing in that week, it would be flexed into an evening game. And watch the 49ers cut that team up like a surgeon. Just to show where the superiority really is. The Hawks have gotten away with smoke and mirrors, a lot of lucky breaks. They won't get away with it against the 49ers. No way. Not this team. So
no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all.
We got to wait, but we got to beat the Chargers first, one game at a time. I noticed the Chargers don't like to be ran against, as the Falcons pretty much ran. Falcons shot themselves. They should have won that game. They made a lot of boneheaded mistakes. Like the guy has the ball and he picks it up, a fumble from Eckler or something. He picks the ball up, he runs all the way down the field, and he fumbles it. Dude.
Yeah, they did shoot themselves in the foot today.
Yeah, you're not fast enough to run into the touchdown. Protect the ball. Keep running, yes, but make sure you secure that ball. Defensive linemen and such, they're not wired to do it, but I mean, come on, man. Coach, tell you guys if you should happen to get the ball, what I want you to do is either down it, and if you're going to run, you make sure you protect that ball.
Yeah,
God.
Yep. I think we're going to beat the Chargers. It's not going to be that bad of a game for us. I mean, they'll be a little bit of a thorn in our side, but it's not going to be horribly bad, though.
Yeah, because they are from L.A.
Well, yeah, yeah, L.A.
Josh, I'll see you Tuesday, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
Night, fam. I love L.A. I got a Randy Lewis song. Rolling down the boulevard. Wait, rolling down into a boulevard. Is it looking down the highway? I'll get it later. Elvis. Oh, Ellis. Oh, Ellis. Wait, the game's over? Refs help the Chiefs? Oh, no. Oh, my God. Ellis. Ellis. There he is. Since day one. Since day one. Come on in, fam.
Damn, Ronbo, you gonna play me like that?
No, I saw Ellis' name.
Hold up, hey. You never sang to me like that. You never sang to me.
No, I was singing to the Rams. You know that song by Randy Newman? That song, I love L.A. I was singing the Rams, you know what I'm saying? Because the Rams.
But
Yeah.
I've been out here. I'm still out here in L.A., Smiley, a.k.a. Oh, man.
Fam, you in L.A.?
Yeah, I've been out here for the past few years, 4 years.
That's
when I found you. I found you when I came out here, and then yeah. So I've been,
you have the pleasure though. Well, you had to suffer a little bit last year, but you have the pleasure now. If every time you see a Rams fan in the supermarket, the mall, or any place like that, you just look at him and just go.
They look the other way. They always do. They know when they see a Niner fan, they know that he's not a rookie. They're like, oh, this guy, if he's a Niner fan, he knows.
He's been a Niner fan for a long time.
Yes, sir. You can't just be no rookie. You can't be a geek off the street. If
What a
you're wearing
brand
that
new.
red and gold, you got to be.
Wait a minute. Where have I heard this before? What's the name of that group?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's Boys.
Was that?
What's the name of that group?
The regulators. It can't be no geek off the street. Regulators, man.
Regulators. Close we get better, boys.
Regulators.
That was a great
sir.
job.
Every time we win. So today I had sported again. I had my black Navarro Bowman. It's a little chilly out here with a black long sleeve.
There you go.
So they're like, damn, man.
Winter time is
I
coming.
ain't gonna lie, I tuned in. I had to tune in to the end of the Rams and the Bucks game. That was beautiful. I was in the shower, chilling. Next thing I heard, they scored on a 2-yard pass
in less than 1 minute. 40-something.
Nah,
seconds.
You know what? Odyssey. I don't know if you guys, people who tend to Odyssey, so listen to the game on Odyssey live. As soon as I jumped in, you could hear everything. They're like, Tom Brady got it on the 40-yard line with 40 seconds left, and he has the most comebacks next
in
to
NFL
Peyton Manning. One right out, one shy, and then next thing you know, Ronbo, they went to commercial. So I'm like, oh man, they can't be serious. And then they cut off the commercial to come back to the game for the last play at the goal line. So I don't know. It was all bad. I didn't even get to hit a drive, but I know that when it took over,
it was unbelievable.
Brady got the ball.
Vintage Brady. And I just got through saying, man, y'all can forget about Brady making any miracles happen this year. Just a few minutes before that all happened. And Brady went out and made a miracle happen. But then again, it was the Rams. I don't know what I was talking about. If you're going to say something like that, wait till they're playing somebody. The Rams ain't nobody. Not now they ain't. So, my bad.
Well, they're overrated for sure. Yeah, so we got some players coming back from the injury. Back to the topic. We got some players coming back. We got Greenlaw. We should have Greenlaw coming back.
Yeah,
right?
he's coming back.
Greenlaw and Greenlaw.
Word is Alshar is coming back as well. That defense. If they put that defense back together like it was in the first 3 weeks, look out now, boy. We're going to see some teams get steamrolled.
They were playing like the Bears back in the day, weren't they?
Yeah,
the Ravens,
they was
Ravens.
all over that ass.
No, actually, they were better. Yeah, they were like shy. They were shy just a little bit ahead of them. Barely, but it's hard to do that through the whole year.
Well, yeah, because there's always injuries. I need Eric Armstead back, though, to stop the run. Jason Verrett, I don't know if the Rams might have a plan for Verrett.
Yeah, Verrett. I rather have Verrett back than Armstead. Armstead is he's way overrated. He's a big body. He's a big statue. He just, if anything, he's clearing out the lane for the offense for them to run across. Man,
thing is,
I would still look at that like the worst mistake, taking him over Buckner.
Well,
they took him over Buckner because
that is true.
It was a PR stunt. Ronbo, I'm gonna keep it real with you right now. It's a PR stunt. It was politics because Eric Armstead has so much money invested in the community.
In the community.
So he has programs and everything. So if they kick him out, then they're gonna look at the Niners like, what do you guys do? Like so? But that's
But one thing I want Eric back for the run. The teams don't run on us as well with Armstead's out there. Right now, every time they run the ball, I'm a little concerned. So,
Yeah, I guess he I'm not a big fan of him at all.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Armstead, he's big, slow, and they made him a captain for what? He's not even vocal. He doesn't. When have you ever seen him routed up? Like
that's a good point. He never leads the pregame. Yeah, that's true.
Never. He's just a big, huge body, big for nothing. Yeah, he was. I'm telling you, he was under Buck. He was only shining because Buckner
playing next to Buckner.
And he had one great year. He had one good year.
10 sacks.
He's not even scratching the surface. I think he had a better rookie year than what he's having right now.
No, he wasn't doing nothing his rookie year. They didn't even let him play. He gets double teamed a lot though. Eric Armstead does create a lot of violence in the middle though. A lot of guys eat off of his plate though.
Yeah, you're right. You could be right, Ronbo. We'll only time will tell. We'll come back to that topic later. But yeah, we're just gonna soak up this loss by the Rams and then Seahawks. I don't know what's going on over there, man.
We're gonna find
I don't know what they're drinking in that. What they got in that water over there?
I'm telling you, drugs need to be tested for in Seattle. I'm telling you right now. They didn't look like that 3-4 weeks ago.
And then Gino, it looks like he hasn't even slept. Like
Gino's making passes I've never seen before from him. Let's see what happens next time.
He's a little dark skin, but damn, you can still see the back. Like, hey, my boy.
He's always had those dark circles on his eyes. That's pretty funny. I forgot about that. And you know what? Gino is out there. Gino said, "Yeah, they wrote me off. I didn't write back." Oh, Gino, you got jokes now.
He ain't trying to write back. Well, you can't even see. You can't even write. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, but you know what? Props to them. Hey, you know what? It's gonna make a good one at the end of the year.
Fam, we got to pull up though. Let me tell you what. Come back Tuesday night and give me this. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll see you soon, Ronbo.
Looking forward, fam. Appreciate
your time, your efforts, producing. Shout out. Looking out. See you guys soon. Hear you guys soon.
Fam.
I'll be tuned in.
Hopefully, I'll see you Tuesday.
Sir.
All right, fam. There he is since day one.
Sir. Good night.
Hey, Ronbo, I know I just came out. Can I tell you a quick Ram story when I was in Hawaii?
Go ahead. I guess you're on there now. Go ahead.
Okay. No, it's funny, right? Because you know how we had just beat the Rams, that game or whatever?
Mm.
I saw Cowboy fans and they were, going out, oh, you guys suck, yada, 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 right? This Ram fan comes up. I didn't know he was a Ram fan. He said, man, the 49ers suck. I said, huh? I said, don't tell me you're a Raiders fan. He's like, no. He's like, I used to be a Rams fan. I was like, huh? I was like, oh, so that's why you're salty, huh? He's like, no. He's like, the reason was I was a Rams fan. He's like, because they left L.A. He's like, hey, I was like, okay, so who's your team now? The Rams. I'm like, I thought you just said you weren't a Rams fan anymore. He's like, oh, I am now. He's like, I became a Seahawks fan because the Rams left. He's like, man, they sucked, and now and now I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm a Rams fan again. I said, you're all over the place. How you go from L.A. to? I said, that's sad. I said, even the Rams fans can't even stick with their own team even when they leave their own town. I said, that's horrible.
My face would have been all frowned up as I looked at. He didn't know, and I was like totally shocked by his. What are you talking about? I don't talk to guys like you. You get a team, and then come back. But in the meantime, you jump it. No, you're bandwagon.
Then he tells me, I don't like Joe. I'm like, you guys never really had a good quarterback. The same you hate Joe. I said, you need to go somewhere with that. I said, you need to stop. I was like, he just salty. He was like, He said, yeah, the only reason I became Rams fan again, he said, one of my buddies bought me a hat, so I jumped on the wagon again. I said, that's just sad. Okay, so somebody else jump back on you?
That's terrible.
But all right,
we got to go, fam. All right, I'll see you Tuesday. There are people like that out there. Yeah, whoever's winning, that's where they go. We all know them. I've talked to them, but I never take them seriously because they ain't got no affiliation. They ain't got no compassion. There's no emotional attachment. They're just out here. How do I talk? I can't. Oh, Ellis. You know, Ellis never does this unless he's really out. So I don't think you have to keep calling him. Hey, Tony, get in here. Tony, get here. Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony, listen to you.
What's happening?
We're sitting here. I'm looking at today's events, and there was a lot of weird things. This year's been weird, Tony. The Jets beat a juggernaut today. And Tony, look, I mean, you know what? I was sitting there rooting for you at one point. First, for the sake of the standing, I said, you know what? I'm worried about that team. They're too physical. They're too rough. Maybe we have to root for the Chargers today. But you know what? After y'all start playing, I was look at the Falcons, and then they start shooting themselves in both feet. The Falcons, you could have won this game. So then I know you
too
was
many
going
mistakes.
nuts.
Penalties. You cannot. Penalties will hurt you tremendously. You just can't do it.
I mean, I saw what's the name just came back? Your running back / tight. He jogs into the end zone and they call him back for holding. There's several. I said, my God, that was Cordell did it. Yeah. Cordell did a great run. And they got to bring it back.
Yeah.
So.
A defensive lineman. I don't blame the defensive lineman. A lot of Falcons fans are mad when Taquan Graham picked up that fumble, started running with it. Yeah, Taquan Graham. Yeah, the ball slipped out of his hands. Mm-hmm. He was booking partners with Charles Omenihu at Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, he played the other end. And the ball slips out of his hands. I'm like, you can't blame him for that. Defensive lineman rarely touched the ball. It's just something that just happened.
And they don't train them. But every coach should every now and then, just for fun, at the end of practice. All right, guys, let's just in the event that you should get your hands on the ball for some reason and you're all of a sudden on offense, here's the way to carry the ball. All right, guys? If you see the pressure's coming from the left or right, you switch hands. Yeah, you know all those things you learn, right? So I'm thinking, as he's running down the field, he's carrying, and he punched it out. I didn't think about it until he hit it. Oh, man. He was going for a touchdown.
That ball slipped out of his hands.
Yeah.
You see the replay. But Ronbo, I was watching that defensive game today, and when they came back and scored at the end, I said, I bet you Ronbo and the Niner Empire are laughing their asses off.
He was. You know he was.
But Ronbo, you and I talked about this. If Von Miller had been there, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. The Rams have shot their future right in the face. Yeah, after them picks is finally going to run out. Yeah, and I didn't know how long it was going to last. But Tony, if they could have had CMC, where they're really suffering is their run game. There's no balance on that attack. If they had CMC, they'd have and Cooper Kupp. Oh, that would have been rough.
I pray McVay for that. McVay won't run. You know how he is, Ronbo.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have to, because if you got McCaffrey, you can screen him all day and then run on occasion.
Yeah. But Ronbo, check these numbers out. I'm gonna read the Rams, not their scores, how much they scored in every game. Week 1, they scored 10 points. Week 2 against us, 31. Week 3, 20 points against Arizona. Week 4 against you guys, 9. Week 5 against Dallas. Week 6 against Carolina, 24.
Yeah.
Then they were off for a bye. And then against you guys, 14, and then today, 13.
Mm-hmm.
1 time 30 points, 2 times 20 points. The rest is under 20 points.
What was their average last year? I think they're 10 points below what they were doing last year.
Yeah.
So it's over. It's over. And McVay's already told people, well, no, I didn't really plan on playing here until I got old. I guess when Stafford and Cooper leave, along with Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, I guess I'll go ahead and pull up as well.
and Donald can go ahead and retire now, like he was talking about doing. You can go ahead and hang it up now. They ain't winning nothing. And Ronbo, Kyler Murray, I saw that Arizona game. Just like the problem with Arizona is Kyler Murray. They need a quarterback. He is not mentally tough enough to play the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. You remember how he was yelling at Cliff Kingsbury a few games back?
Yep.
Today he was yelling at DeAndre Hopkins on the sideline.
I seen that. He's like Jalen Ramsey's
but
little
he's made
brother.
mistakes, and then he fumbled in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody yelling at him.
Right,
He cannot play the position.
And he just got paid.
Yep, and now they're stuck with him.
See,
Cliff Kingsbury gonna be gone, but he's still gonna be there.
Maybe not. You could get a trade for Kyler Murray. People may think that, but all that running around he does, and it's not helping any. See, Tony, this is why, and I don't want anybody to get mad at me about this, but I always said, I don't mind a quarterback that's real mobile, but he needs in the NFL to be able to quarterback. He's got to have skills. You've got to be able to hit your targets. You've got to be able to get the ball out fast, because no matter how fast you can run away from pressure, there's very quick linebackers in the NFL. They will get you. At some point, they will get you, and they'll get you more than you're going to get away. So you need to be able to target, fire, and get that ball out quick, because the only thing that's going to save you is getting rid of the ball most of the time. So, Kyler's out there running around in circles. I said, and then he stops and throws the ball, and it's an errant throw most of the time. So, I don't know. You're right. He may not be NFL material.
Like Patrick Mahomes, he'll run around, but he'll read.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Kyler Murray read defenses. I'm stunned, because I remember Michael Vick, and I told people Michael Vick could not read defenses, and he could. Michael Vick finally started reading defenses is when he got with Andy Reid in Philadelphia.
See, you got to be able to read. You're not going to be able to beat a defense, not an NFL defense, by yourself running around. Lamar Jackson does, because his running skills are unfriggin' believable. But every quarterback can't run like that. And by the way, Patrick Mahomes has excellent pocket presence. Excellent.
Yes,
I mean, he can hold a class on how to do that. So, and he can get away when he needs to, but only when he needs to. Ultimate weapon.
And right tonight, I know I've been on Malik Willis. I said he can't play his start. He ain't look too bad tonight. It's in overtime now, still 17-17.
Well,
KC got the ball.
Titans.
So Malik Willis ain't played too bad.
I know, right? Because we talked about it before the season started. I know.
I call him Steaming Willie Beeman.
Tony, we're going to go. Always fun. I'll be back Tuesday, okay?
Yeah, just to let you know, Patrick Mahomes just hit his backup tight end at the 10, so it looks like this game is going to be over.
Yep. We can't go down to the wire with Patrick Mahomes. Something's going to happen. You got to be out, and we already proved it. 15 to 20 points is what you need. You can't be up front 10. He'll get you.
3 games today, Ronbo, all 20-17, and this game tonight's going to be the 4th game, 20-17.
Scary, huh? I keep telling people, man, people always get mad at offense because they're not scoring a lot of points. Look, you got to realize those guys on the side of the field are getting paid too. It ain't every week ain't gonna be just a barn fire. I mean, you're just not gonna be able to just set teams on fire. It's not gonna happen. They're ready. Anyway, Tony, I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, Ronbo, I'm a little disappointed. I'll see you Tuesday, but we only got to Herbert one time. We didn't touch him.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all have better success with him next week.
Yeah, it's better. The defense has got to come back to what it was. All right, Tony. Great to talk. All right. See you Tuesday. Here goes Tony. Hey, and then Tony Nagatani. Tony's, I'm more scared of the Cardinals beating us in a fluke game than I am the Hawks. So long as the Niners go into the Seattle game at full strength, we'll decimate them. That's true. And you know what, Tony? Even with our best, it's always been a contest with the Hawks. I mean with the Cardinals. So yeah, you got a good point. I won't take them for granted, but I don't see they seem to want to lose. Hey, Jalen, come on in, fam.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? What's up, fam?
Jalen, I'm sitting here, I'm laughing at the Rams because they provided a lot of comedy, like they always love to do. And then I look at the Cardinals.
The Clowns?
Huh?
The Lambs?
Yeah.
They still talking shit? Come on now, y'all. It took y'all 44 seconds to put a game away, dog. It ain't nothing. Dog. Ronbo, I see 9 losses. I see 9 losses on their schedule this season.
Easily.
I see it. Yeah, it ain't gonna be a nice season for them. But I just heard you say something about a quarterback can't win running around. That brother in Chicago today, Ronbo, I'm not gonna lie, Trey, if you don't come back and do something next year, Yeah, that boy
trade for
Ronbo,
Fields?
Justin Fields. I'm not gonna lie, Justin Fields. That boy's something serious, Ronbo. And I said this weeks ago. Trey can't run outside like Justin can. He was straight up burning out, running DN straight in his face. I'm gonna run right back. I'm gonna run by you. I'm gonna run right by you. And I saw him get tackled maybe
Jalen,
once today.
And also, like you're saying, he actually paused and hesitated on that one he took to the house.
How do you do that? Nah, bro. And then Trey, he already wasn't the fastest. He had good vertical speed, but you got to take this foot injury into account. That's gonna have a little a hamper on his mobility. It's Jimmy all over again, Ronbo. It's literally Jimmy all over again. We barely knew what we got, getting him, gave him all that money, got hurt early. Now, when he came back, we had to rehab him and give him the experience as he played. It's literally the same thing with Trey all over again.
You know,
hurt,
Kyle,
didn't know what we got, gave up all them picks, and now we don't know. Now we got to rehab and coach him through learning how to play all next year. It's literally the same.
Losing a year of training. You know, if Kyle's going to keep running power left and right, he's going to be back on that list again. You can't do that. He's not bigger than everybody as he was in North Dakota. These guys he's playing against now are as big as he is. He's going to get hurt. Kyle knew that.
He ain't fast. He ain't that fast either. Like, golly. I thought he was fast, Ronbo. Like, Trey ain't that quick to me. He really ain't.
Not like Justin. No, Justin's got agility
not like
too.
Man. Justin too smooth. He's smooth when he moves, Ronbo. Like that shit crazy. It's crazy. I don't give a damn that he can't throw. Trey can't throw. He's throwing at 50%. I mean, like, what can he do that Justin Fields can't throw harder? I mean, I don't care about him being able to throw the ball harder. He can't run and protect himself.
Which is very important if you're going to be that kind of quarterback.
He's running into somebody. I mean, like, yeah.
No, you really do. You got to avoid tackles and you got to slide. Justin had a pretty slide. You got to slide. Don't keep taking on the big dudes.
You don't see him. Like, Ronbo, did you watch that game? You did not see that boy get tackled today. 10 rushes for 178 yards. I did not see him get touched. I did not see him get touched maybe twice. You remember that Texas game when Ronbo, we went for it on like third and short, that rollout? Trey got popped by that safety.
Oh.
I've seen him take too many hits already to be like, you know what? This might, you know, I don't know.
Especially straight up, I mean, one-on-one blast. That's just scary.
Yes.
And he's lost on that. That's twice. Once against the Cardinals, and then like we saw against the Hawks. You know, that's just really scary. I feel sorry for him, though, because he didn't know. He was just doing what he was told to do.
Yeah, definitely is. But, man, you would think that he could protect himself a little bit better. I mean, it's either contact. It's either you running into somebody or he's falling forward. Like,
but Jalen,
he don't run out of bounds.
He's a 21-year-old. He's got 1 year of college. You know, he needed more seasoning. I kept thinking, you know what? Guys can play 4 years in college and come in and have a hard time in the NFL. How you going to do it 1 year?
Ronbo, I don't blame the kid. That's cool that he got 1 year in college. He should have went to the Bears where they was rebuilding, not a team that's ready to win now. We don't have time to be trying to rehab him and teach him after 3 years of not playing any football. You know how far this is going to set us back now? That we got to rehab him and teach him football, just like we had to do with Jimmy Garoppolo again. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that again.
Because all Jimmy was coming out of Patriotville was a glorified rookie. He's sitting behind on the bench the whole time. Jimmy got 9 years. I said, Jimmy got no 9 years. Jimmy sat on the bench for 4 seasons. When we got Jimmy, he was a glorified rookie. And so you're right. And then he loses a year, and then they got to retrain him. You're right. Brock Purdy is going to be competing for that job next year. Listen, you know what? Jalen, this is a depressing subject. I don't even want to think about it. Oh, my God.
It's the realism, bro. It's the stuff that the 49ers fans don't think of. While we so distracted by the Christian McCaffrey stuff, we don't think about this. We should have to rehab and teach another quarterback again.
It's depressing. I don't even want to think about good things right now. When we come time to suffer, we're going to get plenty of that. So, I'm going to wait. Jalen, you had to bring all that nastiness to the table tonight. I'll be back Tuesday. We got to go. Jalen? All right. Jalen, I'll see you Tuesday. And the Big Show says Fields still has major accuracy issues. Downfield and intermediate throws. Oh, hey, Show, but he hit that one touchdown. It was perfectly placed shot, though. Has only thrown a 200-plus game once this season. Pump the brakes on Fields. See, yeah. And Jalen, when I was talking about when I say quarterbacks' running ability, because they know they can always fall back on that instead of like really honing in on their skills as a passer. That's why Mahomes is an anomaly. Mahomes is just a freakish passer, and yet if he needs to get away, he will. Well, anyway, hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Rumble?
Bethel, man, it was another day of comedy. You know what's funny about Bethel? You know what's funny about the Rams? They provided us with all kind of entertainment last week, and they provided all kind of entertainment for us this week. I just wish their fans would come and join the party. They're part of the family now, and I don't understand what they're all salty about this. I don't understand. So watching them lose with 44 seconds was like the ultimate in entertainment.
I got at the pool. I got Tampa Bay winning because I knew they're gonna mess it up. So that was good right there. Yeah. The only thing, Arizona messed it up for me. If they would have won that game, I would have. They had it, but I guess they got a new right receiver from the Panthers, and he was messing up, not catching stuff, and penalties and all that. So I don't know why Bethel, they put him in.
But you know what, Bethel? They're probably scared of Kyler. Kyler running around there screaming and yelling at people like Jalen Ramsey. I would, you mess with your team's chemistry, and the locker room situation gets a little ugly when you start, man, why don't you do your job? I'm out here working as hard as I can. I'm throwing you the ball, and what you do, you gonna drop it on me, and they gonna blame me for it. Kyler, why don't you calm down? You over telling Cliff Kingsbury to calm down. You need to calm down too, man.
And there's some funny stuff I heard because they tried to get McCaffrey. They turned that deal down, and we got McCaffrey. And then they try to get an end guy. They try to give 24 picks for him, and they declined that because they don't want 24 picks. They want this year's picks, and they didn't have none. So that's what they get for giving up. The
picks, right? Hey, and here's another thing, Bethel. OBJ, if they thought that OBJ is going to get interested in coming back to a contender, well, the key word here, contender. Rams, are you contending?
Yeah. Nope, they're not. They're not contending. Hey, they're in the same boat that we were last year. Yeah. So if they're supposedly a good team, supposedly stars, then they will make it to the championship the way we did.
Yeah,
they're 3-5.
Yeah. Let's see if they can make that comeback.
So let's see if they can make a comeback like we did. If they can't, then same old sorry ass Rams.
Yeah, Aaron Donald retires next year. And Matt Stafford says, guys, it's been real, but I think that my career pretty much is at a point where I've got time for this.
Matt Stafford got a new contract. They gave Matt Stafford a new contract. Remember that?
Yeah, 2025 or 26. And Cooper Kupp, 2025 for sure. They extended him. So Stafford has to stand there, but he could ask to be traded because he could say, listen, I've gotten to the point in my career, I'm getting a little up there, so I don't think I want to continue to rebuild with this team. I don't see us having a chance. So maybe you guys can get some picks for me or something like that. Maybe we will both reciprocate from a deal. No, Matthew. You're in this. You're going to go down with the ship.
And there's another funny thing. I heard Jalen Ramsey saying that they don't have dogs in their team. That's why they're losing. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
It is funny. Jalen Ramsey talks too damn much. I'd love to see Jalen Ramsey and Kyler Murray on the same team. Who else likes to yell at their teammates in the NFL? You know, that is such bad form. If I'm doing my job, why don't you focus on doing your job? Don't tell me how to do my job, especially at that tone. You got to yell to tell me what you want to say? You respect me like a man, dude. Yeah, get out of my face before I knock you out. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. God.
Yeah, so it's I was watching the Charger game. I just see it. You know, Chargers should have lost that game, but they hurt themselves. So
that's.
So I think
we can. We can play the Chargers. I think we can run on them.
Yeah, and then we could play Tom Brady too, because Tom Brady only got 16 points off the Rams. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we got more points than that.
Damn near twice.
So
did we get twice as many?
We got twice as many. And the only guy we had to watch out for is the one that you wanted, Vita Vega.
Oh,
you gotta watch out for that guy.
That's a monster, ain't it? Oh, hey, Tom Brady yells at his players along with Rodgers. I forgot about Josh. Thanks. I forgot about Brady and Rodgers. They yell at their people too. But yeah, Vita Vea. I'm still that bother. We got Mike McGlinchey that year.
Yeah. So I think we have I think we can make a good run. It all depends on Kyle and how health. And the health. And I think we have a good shot at it. Even though the Seahawks have a easy schedule going forward, but I think it's gonna matter a lot with what we do with the Seahawks game.
Yeah, I know, right? As long as we're even up going into that game, no more than even up. I don't want to be a game behind. I want the table to be set so we do play the Hawks.
Yeah.
49ers versus the Hawks tonight. It's a game that's going to determine who wins the NFC West. And I like our chances when that kind of thing happens, especially with this team.
Yeah.
We'll see. And by the way, Marketing Pro says he calls Stafford the epic legend. Marketing Pro, that's why you're one of my faves, Marketing Pro. Hey, Bethel, we gotta go. I'll see you Tuesday, okay?
All right, Ronbo. All right, like always having fun. Hit the like, subscribe, and let's go Niners.
Dude, Bethel, my dude. See you Tuesday.
All right.
Epic legend. Ellis. Ellis.
Yo.
Yeah. Ellis. Come on in, man. We're sitting here.
What's up, man?
We're here making jokes about everybody else because we didn't play today. And the Rams, of course. That's why, Ellis, have you been to L.A., the comedy houses? There's a place called there's a comedy workshop, the Comedy Store. There's several different comedy clubs. And now it seems when the Rams are at SoFi, that's also a comedy store. Oh, wait. I forgot they weren't at SoFi today. They was doing that at somebody else's place. Well, they got an act that travels on the road. Went out there and within 1 minute's time, lost the game. Less than a minute, 45 seconds. And the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Somebody please tell me why the Cardinals. I can't wait to see how the Rams and Cardinals finish this year. Now, let's go ahead. What did you make of some of the results today, and how is that going to affect the 49ers? Are you concerned about the Seahawks? I know he ain't. I just ask.
With the performance, I think, we just got to be consistent when we play the Seahawks. If we play our game like we did earlier in the year, that's going to be another W. The Seahawks are playing good. They got a better record than us. They're a game and a half or something in the lead.
Yeah, because they haven't had a bye week yet. You're right.
Yeah. So, they got
the defense has
things
gotten
working
better.
into their favor. Yeah, they've gotten better. And
got a running back I didn't know nothing about, just doing good. I got to give it to him on that.
Yeah, I was talking about him before they even started playing him, like week 2 or something like that. I was talking about when they start playing Kenneth Walker. I watched him at Michigan State,
that boy is nasty, and he's bigger than he was when he played for Michigan State. He was already, a bulldozer. It's like, it's kind of like a Chris Carson 2.0, except for he's a bit more muscular and in a little better shape.
Scared. Yeah, man, Chris Carson's worried me.
Yeah.
And this guy, you're right. There's some similarities, aren't there, as far as him being tough. And
yeah,
then
he's
you
a
still
hell
got
of a runner.
you still got Lockett and DK Metcalf doing their thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got to play our game. I mean, we've obviously gotten better. We've acquired, Christian will be fully healthy at least.
That's the key
I
right
don't want
there.
to speak too soon, but
Yep.
us being fully healthy when we play them, I think, as long as we play our game, regardless of where we're playing at, I know we're going to be playing in Seattle. That should be a W for us, And,
No, actually, we're playing Seattle in Mexico, as a matter of. Wait a minute. Hey, we play Seattle in Mexico.
No, we
right?
play. I thought we played.
Who do we play in Mexico?
I thought we played the Cardinals in Mexico.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They wouldn't put.
But
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm just, I'm not really concerned except for the fact that has to be a game that we play 4 quarters consistently. Lockett's really good at finding bubbles in the defensive, secondary and stuff like that. And, DK Metcalf has really not had. I think he might have had actually one good game against us since he's even been in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right, because Keller Witherspoon shut him down one
Tyler
time.
Lockett.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually been Tyler Lockett that we've had to worry about doing all of, getting away with shit.
Before Metcalf
He's the
even
smallest
showed
guy
up.
on their team, and he's, he makes the biggest plays. But anyway, really glad to see the Rams lose today. I kind of felt like the way that they were doing stuff, I felt like Tom and Leftwich were coming up with something, and they were going to use that clock up perfectly. That's the kind of shit, when you manage the clock, Ronbo, it's really that simple. I mean, it is Tom Brady, so let's not take that away from him. He's one of, he's
best at that.
He's a Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's the best at it, honestly. And I knew that they were going to do that. I honestly did. And I was just glad to see it. I was like, damn, he actually, because the last 2 times they tried that, they didn't end up winning. I remember last year, it came down to that. Tom Brady came back, they were losing by 20-something points, and it came down to the last drive. And Tom they didn't get it that time. But
I know, I was so
really
mad.
glad to see those punk ass Rams lose.
And they was in there talking trash. Yeah, I know, I remember that. Yeah, we own Brady.
So,
we own the Bucks. Boy, y'all got away, man. Y'all don't own nothing. Look at what happened this year. Ownership ended one season.
Man, look, it is strange how you go from the Super Bowl champions to
the toilet
this.
bowl.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you know what though? It's actually where they need to be. It's where they should be. So I'm really not shocked at all.
That's like when they were saying F them picks. All right, go ahead, F them picks. That's gonna catch up to you. Here it is, 2022. Caught up with them so fast. All them mercenaries left to get paid elsewhere, and now look at them. Boy, they look like a shell.
They're going to give up 2 first-round picks and a second for Burns, and the Panthers said no. Still, 2 firsts and a second.
But because they didn't want to wait till 2024.
Yeah, well, but to expect to rebuild your team in one draft. I mean, it's kind of far-fetched. So the Cardinals, they should have actually taken those damn picks because they could have turned those. I mean, it's going to take them about 2 seasons before they can really get that team, really where it needs to be. But I don't blame them. I'm glad because we ended up benefiting from it by getting Christian. So I'm all good with that. Shout out to the Cardinals. The Panthers.
And else we can afford to let those picks go. We got plenty of picks, and we didn't go crazy, And we got one more year for Lance for a first round pick, and as far as second, third, and fourth round picks, we still got picks, and we're fine. That's the way you do that.
Yeah, man. Miami was able to get Bradley Chubb, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill off of the first round picks that we gave them. So they utilized those perfectly, man. They made a really good decision with them.
Yep.
And I'm surprised, man. They almost lost to the Bears today. That was kind of shocking. But the inconsistency sometimes on that offense. Shout out Jeff Wilson. He had a good game today. He was he was the top running back on Miami today.
It's the Dolphins' defense. It's not as good as it was last year.
Well, they played some really good games this year. I watched them. They played really good against the Bills earlier this year. That was a slugfest.
Yeah, that first game, that's true.
So I think they just kind of had like an off day, for whatever reason today. And
so defense. I mean, their defense last year actually was I'm talking really good. You could see they were really good. I said, damn, what the boys are playing defense. If they just had an offense, and then they got an offense now. So, it's very strange.
Did they get Robert or Roquan?
That's right. They picked up Smith.
Who did they get? Who did Miami get? They got
Smith.
Okay, yeah. So he probably just has to get a little more acclimated with the defense because they got some other guys that they drafted. One kid, Jalen Phillips, that was from Miami. He was a first round pick. He was a beast too. They got some good guys. Javon Holland is a really dope safety. They got Xavier Howard. They got some good guys over there, man. So I think they still got the W though.
Yeah. They got to wait, which is what you got to do. You got to outlast, and if that shows character, if you're going to be a winner or not. All right, fam. Tuesday, be looking for you, and
that's a bet.
And getting ready for this weekend. Yes, indeed. All right, fam.
Yeah. Let's get to it, y'all, man. Shout out to the people. Make sure I hit that like and subscribe, and thank you for the platform, fam, as always. And
thanks, shout out to that squad too.
I know yet, man. Watch your feet. Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, man. All right, Ellis. Big boy Luis. Our kryptonite was Russell Wilson, not the Hawks. See, Luis, it's taken me a while to actually absorb. That is a fact. I just the memories are so, they left scars. He's gone doing jumping jacks in airplanes, and we're gonna sweep the Hawks. Yes, Rudy is being humble. Oh. Here it comes, running further distance. It's Marketing Pro.
Yo, Ronbo, what it do, player? What it do?
Pro, man.
What it do, player?
Come on, man. It's the thing. Here we are in week 10, and here we are standing on a little past the midway point in the season already. Marketing Pro, do you have anything to explain some of the things that are going on in Los Angeles? We're all curious to know.
The modern day Joe Montana, top 5 all-time great, first ballot Hall of Famer, Matthew Dime Stafford. Can he borrow 3 seconds to throw the ball?
Hey, welcome to Jimmy's world. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I always said, I don't care how good the quarterback is. If he's being annihilated on every snap, he ain't gonna get nothing done. I noticed Stafford getting killed. Of course, you know how much
you
I
saw
enjoyed
that 69-yard touchdown to Cooper Kupp, right? The offensive line actually did the job. That's what the real Rams are. But we gonna trust the genius Sean McVay, Bill Walsh, reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? I think he's got a plan B. But right now, congrats to the 49ers.
Yeah.
And the hater Lynch, who had to throw a wrench in the Rams' secret Plan B program to get CMC. Only reason the 49ers got CMC. Yeah, they knew the Rams wanted him. You know what I'm saying? So now Cam Akers, he needs 2 things right now: a haircut, and he needs to wake up because he ain't been playing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Akers was good once upon a time, though. I do remember him being not too bad. He ain't been right for a long time. He didn't get an ACL injury last year, or what kind of injury did he have? He came back for the season.
He had an Achilles injury, but no. Cam Akers got some problems. He's trying to be a Captain Saberho. The rumor, he ain't all there right now. That's what's going on with him. That's what they're saying in L.A.
He has to be traded, right?
That's what they. We tried to trade him, but nobody wanted him. You know what I'm saying? So we got to work with. Cam Akers went from a Lamborghini to a '77 Pinto real quick.
Well,
now Ronbo,
y'all needed run game for the last 2 years, though.
You know what I'm saying? Cam Big Dog Akers, the dog is in him, but is he going to wake up in time? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
3 and 5. You got to come back.
we like Rocky IV right now. We getting hit right now. Remember Rocky and Rocky IV
Of course.
in the middle of the round.
I'm a huge
It looked
Rocky
like it was
fan.
over.
I all
It
swole
looked
up.
like it was over.
And you had, cut it, Mick, cut it. Rock get back out there. I mean, that is what you call a dog's dog,
You know what I'm saying? But the hope is we're gonna come back like Rocky and Rocky IV knock the Russian out. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you got a genius like McVay, he's always making plans. You know what I'm saying? But right now the 49ers doing their thing. But Ronbo, are you worried about the Seahawks? They're looking real.
You know what? Only in as much as they have this mystique over the 49ers over the years. There were times when we had a better team, we were doing a better job, and all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, something would go mysteriously wrong as if they'd rehearsed it and beat our ass. I said, I don't get it. I mean, they didn't have no business winning that game. We should have swept them in 2019. So what has happened? Gold goes out with an injury, and we bring in this other guy to kick. He kicks the ball, and we could win the game in overtime, but no, I mean, in regulation, no. He's kicking the ball all down the tunnel and all out into the parking lot. He was okay until that kick. And Robbie Gold is messed. I said, I don't get this. Marketing Pro, that's the story on the Rams. I mean, the Hawks. But it's, But anyway. Hey, Marketing Pro, always good to hear from you. I tell you what, we got to go. I will see you Tuesday if you got time. All right? They've already hung up. All right. Hey, Donut, Denisha, come on in here.
Boom, 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 boom. Marketing Pro.
Yes.
You sound like an ass.
Bum, 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 bum.
You know your team got no draft picks or no cash.
Bum, 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 bum.
And your team show reality too fast. Marketing Pro, stay off this chat.
Bum, 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 bum.
Mr. Rudy.
Yes.
Stay on the back.
Bum, 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 bum.
You know you got nothing to say with that bad chat.
Bum, 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 bum.
Don't even call with no facial time. One ready to blow you out of your mind.
Bum, 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 bum.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bum, 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 bum.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Ronbo. Hey, say boom.
I'm amazed that y'all, Marketing Pro just got off the phone, and you put that together during the time he was on the phone, which only about 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes, and all of a sudden you came up with that entire rap. I love it. That's skill.
Man, hey, all we got to say, Faithful, we got your back like a fat girl in a Cadillac till the wheels fall off, man. Anytime they call, anytime Seahawks fans call, and the Raider fans bet not say nothing because you already know the way they got spanked up. We keeping it real around this camp of the Northern California. You heard? We ain't got time to hear about we got to trade Lance. We got to do this in the future. We got to worry about getting him reestablished. Man, don't you know that's the power of modern medicine? That's the power of our training. That's the power of people doing things and eating right and keeping it tight. Come on, fellas.
And get at least 7 hours of sleep every night. There you go.
Exactly, man. Exactly. He's going to just follow the J.J. Watt method and sleep right. He's going to eat right like Tom Brady, and he's going to do his thing like Nick Bosa and get himself together. And he's like this. Hey, look here, Jimmy. Can you show me a couple of things on how to get a quick release so I won't get killed back here, please?
Please.
It's going to be all right, faithful.
That's why when Jalen called in, I had me almost broke into tears. I said, "Don't tell me about a bleak future, Jalen, man. I'll never forgive you for that, man." Look at here. Here's the thing. You look at the Hawks. See, I still have this innate fear that I can't get rid of because, we went through misery and suffering and pain. I thought I had to I almost needed medication down through 2013 up until recently because the Seahawks was on the schedule every year. And I'll be damned if they didn't come in and every time they played us, it was a given. They owned our ass like we owned the Rams, and I couldn't stand it. I'd circle that every month. I'd circle that date on my month. I'm counting both dates. I said, okay, Hawks on this date and this date. Lord, please, don't let them sweep us again. And they come right on in and do just that. I thought, Lord, you don't like me no more, do you? You just let them come in here and just abuse my team like that. You're wearing a Hawks jersey, ain't you? You know, I just go nuts. I couldn't understand it. But now.
Okay, Ronbo, check this out, Ronbo. Check this out, brother man. Brother man, check this out, brother man.
Yeah.
You and my homeboy, Big Show.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Oh, you know what you're doing.
Y'all need to calm down, man. It's gonna be all right. And I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all see today. Oh yeah, go.
Hold on, my turn. Look. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, you got that.
Okay. Now look here, man. Everybody calm down and let's keep the ballistics like they say in like the special ops say. Let's keep the ballistics here before we go into battle, okay, for the rest of the season. Now, for those of y'all who saw the game earlier, the Seahawks came out with the win by 10 points, 31-21 over the Arizona Cardinals. Let's look at the bright side. We already spanked up on Geno Smith and them. And they beat Arizona. Let's beat up on Seattle one more time. Get some funny asadas on the grill and get these Arizona Cardinals in Mexico and close out the season with them. What in the hell is y'all worried about? The only squad I'm worried about, really, and I'm not really worried, I only got a little itch because it's like a mosquito bite just bugging the hell out of me, is Miami. That's the only one I'm bugging with is Miami because they got Mike, but they got an offensive coordinator, okay? But here's a good thing though. He thinks he know everything about our defense because he's been around. But here's a tickle about D'Amico Ryan. D'Amico Ryan always come through with something new every damn year, Faithful. You have to see it like I do. And he got something up his sleeve for Miami when they come. We got perfect safeties. Yes. That's the only team I'm worried about. But anything else, let's go ahead and run this table, man. Let's turn the engine on this big rig. Let's shift the gear and let's get on the ride on, man. Like my dude be, like that one car that be doing. You know what I'm saying? I got to give up today because that be making me feel, hey, every time he drive and do that horn, that's what the defense be doing.
You know, that's why I love our family because if I'm down and out, anybody's down and out, we just get to talking in a minute. My fear of the Hawks is probably it has no merit. I mean, that's not Russell Wilson out there and Richard Sherman and the Doomsday defense, or I would say Legion of Doom. I mean, they're making me beat.
And Bobby Wagner is at the Rams. He's too busy jumping over the special teams line to block a damn field goal. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about Seattle. We gonna be all right. Lock it. We gonna be all right, man.
Fam, if we
don't doubt our players, Faithful. Don't doubt our players.
Yeah, that's true.
There's negativity in the air.
And it's all about containment as far as Geno Smith. Contain Geno Smith.
Because I saw them sack him today. How many times they sacked Geno today? 2 or 3 times? And they still found a way to lose that game. If we sweep the Hawks this year, do you realize, though, that'll be the first time and God knows long? I don't even know how long. It may be over a decade.
And that's going to be our Christmas present.
I know, right? Yes. Woo!
You know what I want everybody to do? Let's get some gumbo going on that game. Let's get some turkey wings going on that game, Faithful, some chicken wings, whatever you need to do, man, for that Seattle game. Hey, man, relax. Kick your feet up, curl your toes, put on your colors like the caller said a couple of weeks ago when we first played them, and let's ride, man. Let's ride like that big rig. But let's take care of the Chargers first, and let's go to Mexico and take care of Mr. Kyler Murray. Since he got his ever since he got his allowance, as we call it. Ever since he got his allowance, you know what I'm saying? He knows he'll be the same this season. And he got his top target.
And over there hollering and screaming at people. I'd love somebody to yell out in the stands, Kyler, did you study the playbook?
Almost choked on this, Ronbo. Oh, you almost made me choke, man.
I can see Connor now. Because you know how quick his temper is. He be running up. Who said that? Where he at? Give me Connor rushing up into the stands. Connor, somebody grab him.
Oh, it showed on national TV. He ran up to the coach. Yeah, you can't change that.
The boy's got to study. I don't know who he thinks he is. Well, you know, anyway, fam, I'm gonna look for you on Tuesday, and let's see what we got going on that we can get all excited about as well. Because the Rams just provided too much entertainment today. Kyler Murray made everybody mad. I bet even his mama was looking at him. No, I didn't raise him like that. What is he doing?
Hey, she was looking at the TV screen like, he ain't worth a damn today.
So maybe come get those ears.
Hey, Tanisha, Donut, I'll see y'all Tuesday. Always a pleasure. Love it.
That's a definite.
Tuesday, definitely.
All right. Y'all have a great night.
Faithful, have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Stay entertained, stay faithful.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? Of course, if you're eating your food, don't forget to wash that dish, please.
Yeah. Put your grub on, wash the mask. Clean up your mask.
And we'll see y'all Tuesday.
Tuesday, Faithful.
T&T. There they are. Y'all have a good night, boy. Anyway.
Show you right. Good night, Faithful.
Good night.
Night. And Deshaun, what's up? He said, what's up? The Hawk season is just a prank. I know, but you know, they've been sliding by. See, but do you know what they've gotten down through the years? They've done that. We've sat and watched. You know, Aaron Rodgers didn't go to a Super Bowl. That Super Bowl they went to that year, Aaron Rodgers lost. Remember that game? That fluke play, onside kick, and Green Bay missed it, and the Rams recovered. The Hawks recovered it. I said, they got away a damn again. Oh. Deshaun, thanks for that contribution, fam. Hey, well, it's a big show. Boy, I know you got a lot of things to say here. Get in here.
Can you come back to me?
We can do that. All right. Well,
right.
Show, you're the last one, apparently. Show, is it?
Oh.
Is there any way you can go ahead?
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
So we catch you often going through the drive-through. So, what is on your mind tonight? I'm delighted that you got in here. What are you thinking here about this season?
Well, first of all,
and for today's games,
you know how
yes,
you know how marketing people are. They like to con you into things and sell you into things that aren't really exactly true.
Pyramid
marketing
and all that
slow.
stuff. Yes,
exactly. First of all, stop comparing Sean McVay to the great Bill Walsh. Okay, he's no genius.
Now, don't forget Matthew Stafford to Joe Montana. He does that. I can't help it. He's got to be kidding. That's why I laugh.
Oh my God! You miss your pick six every game, Matt Stafford. McVay is no genius. Okay, first of all, he didn't build his team.
Nope.
He had a team already in place by Jeff Fisher that was already there.
That's right.
He was pretty much handed a team to him and just was lucky to have the talent that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Bill Walsh, who actually built his team from the ground up when he got there and found a gem in Jerry Rice and Joe Montana, Steve Young, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The rest is history. So let's not.
And Show, don't forget to add.
Get held ahead of ourselves there.
And Show, don't forget to add. Now that it's getting tough, McVay's already talking about. No, I don't really plan on being here until I get older. I'm probably after Stafford. Aaron leaves along with Cooper Kupp and Jalen Ramsey. I'm probably gonna call it a day. See, what kind of cop out is that?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know.
But anyways, I have to disagree with you a little bit tonight, Ronbo. There's no game you shouldn't be concerned. There's every game you should be concerned about because there's one person that always gets a win himself, and that's Kyle Shanahan. It seems like he always tends to keep his foot off the gas against other teams, unlike the Rams.
Fourth quarter, that's true.
And that's one thing you've got to worry about, and you also got to worry about injuries because it always tends to happen towards the end of the year.
So I got to tell you though, just about that point though. I think now with the personalities on the field now, I don't think they're going to let Kyle take that away from Christian McCaffrey. I think he's ignited a bomb in that locker room amongst the players that will not be denied.
Because the people were getting tired.
Yeah,
people were getting really tired of Kyle Shanahan's play calling, and that's why John made the trade, because he said, "Look, Kyle, people are getting tired of you. Like, you either make this work or you're out of here." Because these players have been calling you out in press conferences the past 3 weeks now. They're sick and tired of your play calling. Oh, we didn't have. Mm-hmm. We have the talent out there where you just can't get over 20. We have to score more than 23 points.
Give them the
Jimmy
chance.
Garoppolo saying your playing calling sucks.
Right. Give them the chance to prove it, Kyle. Just give them the chance to prove it. They're better ball players than you give them credit for. Stop being scared. What is with the conservative play? Why? Oh.
And it's either Super Bowl or bust for me, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Kyle Shanahan. Because if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, he's got to go.
That's too much talent. Right now, that's too much talent to not steamroll the opponents between now and the end of the season if they just would. And provided, of course,
I'm not taking the Seahawks. I'm not taking the Seahawks for granted.
I never did.
They're a well coached team, and we're going into Seattle, which we seem to have a tough time beating them in Seattle, no matter who's quarterbacking or who their offensive line is. It seems like we always have a tough time winning there.
Oh, it makes no sense.
Not only that, the Chargers just won today, and they're looking pretty good now. They're finally clicking on all of cylinders. Khalil Mack had to take away.
What? They got their big receivers are not there. I wonder if they're coming back next week.
I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Maybe that's why they saved them.
I wouldn't count out the Saints. I know that sounds crazy, but the Saints, Alvin Kamara, their defense is pretty solid. And I know you made fun of me for saying that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is pretty good, but they only held the Rams to 13 points today.
That's
and
true.
They beat him by 3. So,
There's just something.
And I told you Tom Brady was going to rally. I told you Tom Brady was going to rally the troops. And
yeah, you were right.
Look what he did.
He did. And with a minute to go, he did not let us down. Let you down.
That was the most beautiful comeback thing. That was the most beautiful comeback I've ever seen.
So methodical.
He had 44 seconds, Ronbo, and he came back and won.
That's how embarrassing. That's why that Ram was sitting over there crying after everybody left the field. He's probably still sitting out there. Hey, dude, when you get through, turn the lights out. We're leaving.
And let's not forget the quote-unquote genius Sean McVay. Marketing pro claims to be a genius, knows how to control his team's tempers on the sidelines. And
Jalen Ramsey.
he knows how to control a bunch of diva personalities that he has on his team to get the troops back to score more than 13 points.
Have you ever seen McVay talking to
where's the genius?
Jalen? Never seen that.
No. I haven't seen that either. So, marketing, so know your role and stay in your lane.
He kills me, though.
Don't ever call on here again comparing
he says it with
Bill
no
Walsh
shame.
to Sean McVay. That is ridiculous.
That is
the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen or heard. I'm sorry.
And the second coming of Joe Montana. Matt Stafford.
They're Super Bowls ahead of you, and McVay will probably be retired by the time you reach your fourth Super Bowl, if you ever do.
Years. How many? I give him 2 years. I give McVay.
I give him a year and a half.
Yeah. Mid-season step down, maybe.
Yep.
Because they're not going to improve dramatically between now and next year. That's one.
No, they have no draft picks. How are they going to improve?
Yeah,
and they have no money. So they're pretty much done for the next 10 years.
Damn.
They're never.
It's like trading your soul trading your soul to the devil, and what do you get back and back? You get one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And a slow.
Well, we kind of sort of did that too with McCaffrey, but we still have 9 picks next year, and then we randomly get a first round pick back in 24.
We have the right guys. But we got the right guys signed. We built that team the right way. We got guys that came up looking
Except our
good.
offensive line depth, I'm not too scared.
Boy, you got me there.
I'm a little concerned about.
They'll get better. They just need time together.
Yeah.
So I'll be back Tuesday. Looking
for
more
sure.
show
Shout
wisdom.
out to the TNT fam.
You want to shout out Donut and Tanisha? Because you know how much.
Absolutely, my favorite couple. Thank you for that joint, by the way, that you forgot to pass around. Shout out to those two. I absolutely love that couple. They're my favorite couple ever.
Yeah, definitely. Non-stop.
So, all right,
fam.
All right,
see you Tuesday. All right. And Clarence Molina, time to deploy the true Shanty offensive plan. Sending up prayers for the entire team to stay healthy. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Russell Wilson said that year. Yeah, all right. God wears a Hawks jersey. Russell Wilson, boy, I wonder what jersey he's wearing now. Roof. Howard. Howard, I thought we closed shop and they let the dog in. Howard, come on in, man.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
We're sitting there laughing. It was a funny day because we wasn't playing. So, when you don't have to play and your emotions ain't on a roller coaster, it's funny to watch because I'm watching Tampa Bay beat the Rams. That was entertainment one. I bet you, did they just win? The Chiefs beat the Titans, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that wasn't very. I didn't watch the whole game, but and I'm watching.
And Patrick was smashing.
Yep. Shot at the end of the game with seconds to go, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you can't play them with 1 minute to go in the game. Him and Tom, right? And then of course you had the situation with Miami. That was a fun game to watch. So it's fun watching games today.
Certainly was.
But what was your take on today and how it's going to impact the 49ers going forward? Are you concerned with the Seahawks? I'm trying not to be.
I mean, yeah, of course. You can't sleep on this team no more, man. Like, yeah, maybe week 1 and 2, like, yeah, we kicked their ass, but there's a different team now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're playing on they're clicking on all cylinders. You know what I mean? Like,
sorry, defense doesn't. Who is Owusu or whatever his name? Owosu? Who is that? That dude is terrorizing. Man.
Yeah. They got some guys, man. Like they're playing, they're balling, man. Especially Woolen. He's Tariq Woolen. He's playing very well. So, but there's a few things that we gotta keep in mind because you're like, oh, we can't be worried about Seattle, and Arizona. Listen, these are division games. Whether you see other teams beating them or kicking their ass, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The golden standard that they got to beat their ass or try to win is the 49ers. They always do. They always come at us with all they got, no matter what.
I know.
So we can never sit here and say, oh, well, we shouldn't have to worry about these guys. Like, bro, nah. You can carry on like that nonchalant all you want, but not me. You can sit here and do that. But guess what? We don't have the same horses in that same race from week 2. There ain't no Emmanuel Mosley. You know what I'm saying? So that's the weak spot right there. Now, if Ambry or Diamador, whoever is stepping in, happens to play up to that standard, then all right, cool.
Or Verrett.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold my breath on Jason. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. Like he's gonna be rusty. I think he'll be rusty.
Yeah. He came in. What was that year before last when he came in? He was sitting on the bench. Somebody got hurt that year too. I forgot who it was, and he came in.
Yeah. Yeah, but he wasn't coming off an injury. He was fine.
No, that's true. He was healthy. He might be healthy now. I don't know. But maybe he doesn't need a whole lot of warm-up. I think he works out every day with the team now. So we'll see.
I mean, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. They keep trying to push him to go out there, and then it's like, all right, he's not ready. Or he's not going to play.
But how would you know what I think about that is they're probably thinking, Jason, we'd like to see him down the last 5 or 6 weeks of the season, mainly because we don't want him to get hurt. If we can get into postseason with him at his best, it'd be favorable for us, right? I'm thinking they just trying to keep him on the shelf and keep him in the refrigerator, keep him cool until it's time to use him. It's scary.
Yeah, man. It's like us as fans, we got Jay-Z, but you know what I'm saying? He's a human being, man. Like, I really felt bad for him last year. You know what I'm saying? Came off of a great season, and then you get a serious injury again. I feel bad for him, man. Like, real talk. Like, people don't realize, like, he's human. Like, you can't just expect him to just go out there and play. This ain't Madden. You know what I mean?
And recover, rehab again. I don't know what it's like to go through that kind of rehab, but it looks like that's got to be really tough. And you go through it
it's stressful.
Over again.
It's stressful, man. It's very stressful, mentally draining, you know? So, I mean, he's held strong. I give him a lot of credit because he could have gave up years ago. No. So, I mean, maybe he'll be the anomaly. So,
apparently he loves the game, you know, like the Bosa brothers.
Yeah.
How many times has Joey been under the knife since he came into the NFL? Hell, him and Nick, they were under the knife before they even got to the NFL. Them boys love playing football. They don't care, man. They don't. I get the feeling Bosa's, if they can find another way to make money, they play football for free. They love it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, back to Seattle. Yeah, you should be worried about them because guess what? They're in the lead, and basically the only way we make the playoffs is through the division. Yep. You have to beat them.
Damn it.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pretty much try to run the table.
Yeah.
Because ain't no telling how you gonna get in because you got Atlanta who has a tiebreaker on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
got, it's down to a wild card
Tampa,
situation. You're right.
Yep. Got Tampa Bay to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't worried about it, but you do have to. I just see them.
You got to.
What?
You playing them.
Yeah, well, we do have to play them. That's right, huh? They're coming to us, though.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know what I mean? I don't even care. You know, home field or not, you still got to worry about that. It's Tom Brady, bro. Like,
I just want us to be. I just wanted to be us to be able to clearly hear what's going on, rather than having to deal with that and Brady. Oh man.
Yeah, you're right. So that you got to worry about that, and of course the Giants and Cowboys. I mean, their record. Their record is much higher. They're like 2 games ahead of us.
Yeah, because with the Cowboys, you expect them because they're in that division. But the Giants, can you imagine? All of a sudden, we see the Giants in the first round of the playoffs, and like we're saying in Week 10, I remember having that conversation with Howard. If we don't do something with Saquon, they'll be tough to deal with, y'all. It's one of the matchup situations. But the way the Cowboys beat them up, it didn't look like it was any game. So, it's hard to see what one team does, like you said, with another team does with another team. It's just not promised because you go be able to do it because they did it, So.
Right. Yeah, that's, of course, that's a division. You know what I mean? Like, and I know you better than anybody have fear of the Seahawks up in the link.
I got to stop admitting that. I mean, guys, these Hawks fans, Russell Wilson's he's a 49ers bully. Shut up, Come on, get it. Fam, we got to go, though. We're out of time. I see you Tuesday, okay?
All right, big dog.
Hoof. All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right. Peace.
There goes my dog, my big dog. It is time to say good night. We're going to... Got me in the middle of my... Fam, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Thanks for the contribution tonight, fam. Really do appreciate it as always. Marketing Pro, you do have my sympathy. You brought more fun tonight than I would have imagined. Hey, Marketing Pro's the only guy that's got the gall to come in here. Where's Ready to Go? Ready to Go went and left. Boy. And then again, there's Rudy. Rudy, you know I'll holler at you, because you made the mistake of hooking up with me on Twitter. Now I can find you all the time. Last time I was considered coming on over to your show and hollering at you at that time, but I had something else I wanted to do. Is Rudy on now? I should go check on him now. Bam! I'll see you Tuesday. Niner! Did I forget to tell you that, please, I really love I count them afterward. I really enjoy that. Thank you, fam. And don't forget to hit subscribe so we can get together again for more fun and laughs in football. Fun, laugh, and footballs. I like that.